A single catastrophic moment shattered the world's serenity. A kingdom and its people ended in the blink of an eye, their past buried, their present decimated, and their future obliterated. Wise men, scholars, and soothsayers debate who or what happened to the western reaches. Was it the anger of the gods, a falling celestial body, an arcanist experiment gone awry, or something far more insidious that swept clean the west in a conflagration of screams, ash, and fire? Hundreds of years later, life returned, and with it an inevitable attempt by civilization to encroach upon what nature had reclaimed. It was the dreaded Red Hand of Doom who finally retook and rebuilt the keep. They were the first residents, but certainly not the last. The dwarves of Ashforge, the blue worm Fafnir, a banished adventuring party simply known as the Six Blades, all held the keep and lost it by hubris, tragedy, or invasion. Now the paladin Lord Peridin Drysdale resides over what is known as Restwall Keep, there to protect the point of a civilization's spear. Drysdale struggles against precariously balanced desires to spread the word of Erathis, maintain tenuous peace, and find out just what lies behind the ancient king's wall. Here rest the relics of bygone ages, a kingdom buried beneath the grip of nature renewed, and at the center lies the unknowable mystery and danger of the Chaos Scar. The past, present, and possible future lay before you, adventurers, if you have the courage to explore.
Hello, skis. It is I, your friend, your neighbor, your State Farm agent, your hunting guide, your King Ginger. Chaos Guard, where are you? Oh, right on time.
There he is.
Oh my god. What a
Never
nightmare of a
late,
day.
just fashionably on time.
I'm glad this game is not in person. Because I smell like a combination of body odor and coolant. So,
well, that's fair.
you know.
Well, everyone, why don't we just go around to our virtual table here and introduce thyselves?
Starting with me?
Yeah,
sure.
There.
My name's Ian. The character I'm playing is going to be Ava.
Tell us a little bit about Ava.
Keep going, buddy.
Ava. Oh,
That's it. That's all we get.
That's all you know.
Dick.
We'll see you out there, kid.
Ava is an auto gnome. Her creator just made her have a partner to play board games with. Then he died, and now she's just searching the lands for people to play games with.
That is just such a strangely sad and heartwarming story at the same time.
Can't play solo games. Need friends.
Need friend, must play.
All right. I am Joel, playing Lizard Man Monk Brad Jones. Brad just wants to be, he's just fascinated by humans and does his best to mimic those behaviors so that he can fit right in.
Including a human-esque mask.
Including wearing a human-esque mask, or at least what looks like a human face to Brad.
It's fair.
Nice.
Is that me, Chris, or you?
Let's go for you.
Okay, I'll give you a second to get caught up.
Appreciate
I'm
you.
Zane Riley, professional wrestler and semi unprepared Dungeons and Dragons player. I play John Senegar, whom is a barbarian from a long family of amazing fighters and barbarians. But he decided to go on to, he thinks he's a rogue. So everything he does is attempted rogue related. And his name is John Senegar.
What's so sad is it's only been like a month and I had forgotten that you do that.
Yeah. I gotta get wild over here to do it with his instruments.
Yeah.
And then let's really bring this together.
I'm just gonna record myself playing it on the kazoo so that I
That'd
can
be-
have it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Big kazoo guy.
One of the fundraiser deals we did, I did a Dino World D&D campaign, and the guy that ran it played the entrance to Jurassic Park on a kazoo.
Yes.
Kind of.
That Zach ran that game.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed I couldn't be in that because
Very-
I knew about the kazoo and I was like, oh god damn it.
Yeah, it was. He had not even like a real kazoo, but like just a mouth kazoo that was just a pair of lips. It was very cool.
Amazing.
Right, and I guess I'm last. I'm Chris Horrorshow, professional wrestler and harried diesel mechanic. I'm playing, as always, Wild Tybalt. He believes himself to be the greatest bard in the entire world. The reality is that he is truly terrible, bad enough to raise and animate the dead. He's also strapped to the gills, festooned with instruments. He's a true one-man band.
Wild is tiefling, correct?
No, he is. What is the name of the? Let's see. He is the semi. I forget the name of the race. The semi undead elves. The Shadar Kai, right?
Yep. I don't know why I thought it was tiefling. It's really stuck in my head. That's what it was. All right. Well, we'll be picking up actually from where we left off in October. There was no November game. Didn't have players. Last time we were all together, Wild and John made a deal with a wizard to do a little rage drake hunting. You know what? Let's let Citirian tell the story himself.
From the Book of Citirian, Volume 5, Installment 9, Section 4, Segment 1. We have found a group of willing procurers to obtain the afflicted rage drakes we require for study and dissection. The terms of 100 gold pieces per drake corpse has been agreed upon, with a simple caveat that we provide identification of items discovered on this new guild's outings. After brief consultation, these terms have been seen as agreeable. The employed were informed about what the condition of the corpses to be obtained are, as well as the need for the embedded crystals to be delivered intact. With this paradox seeming to be localized over the King's Wall, we wish to harvest these beasts quickly and quietly, as to avoid any potential entanglements with other interested parties in the new local government. This fascinating manifestation thus far has yielded raw residuum from the corpses obtained at unexpected levels. The The residuum is of a magical concentration that we have not seen years beyond number. We aren't sure if this is due to ancient magical residue from the creation of the sky itself, or if there's some mutation that has been bred into the dregs by an unknown, as of now, source. The reality is we can discover the source at our leisure, as time is always on our side. While the origin of this residuum curiosity and its origins are of great interest, it is far less so than the actual acquisition of this powerful nutriment to our machinations. In the hope of obtaining additional pertinent information about the habits of these mutations in the wild, we shall request a detailed debrief from our hunting cabal for future review. Perhaps this will yield further insight into the continuation of this unexplained but beneficial phenomenon. As always, our secured future designs are paramount, and this arcane wellspring could be a boon that will ensure it.
All right. Thank you, Colin, for the voiceover work. Anything you want to do before you head out? You've been given a relative location of where a pack of infected rage drakes had been of late. And actually, you've to an area some of you have been before, and it's over a little further east from the Earthmain's Keep.
Is that where we were last time?
No, this is Wild has been there before. It actually was the very first adventure we did.
Okay.
I'm going to assume that I could have spent some time with these books that I have about boulets, right?
Yeah, it's been about a month. I kind of we're doing the kind of it's real time basically. So it's been about a month since sure. Oh, there. I know it fell. Something fell, and I was like, "What was that noise?" That's frightening.
And is there anything that I can pick up from? So we had a handful of these spell books from the last time around. Is there anything that I can kind of pick up from studying those guys, or is that like kind of a hold off and wait till later affair?
Hold off till wait till later. Yeah, let me know if you do have if you want to do that, and I can give you some spells that you can get from those books. We can kind of determine that.
Okay. And Zane, what was it? Remind me, what was it that which of these items did I give to you? Was it the
necklace?
The necklace of teeth, right? Yep. Okay, that's it.
Do you remember what those little beasties are that came out of the tooth necklace?
I'm sorry?
Remember the name of the little beasties that came out of that tooth necklace?
No. Do you?
I don't remember either. I think I have it in my notes, but I'll
okay.
I remember.
I'd kind of forgotten about that, and I was like, "Oh yeah, oh no."
I get 2 per teeth, right?
You get
per
what?
Tooth? It's 2 of those things per tooth, and there's like 3 teeth on it.
Something like that. I'll just grab the notes and be able to.
Yeah, I remember. I've got like real sketchy notes about it here. Like basically just says that they will, if you throw them down, teeth will spawn small teeth monsters. That they can be renewed, and that you look undead.
Yeah, I've got it. I've got it.
Yeah. I remember you said that your chat
Denticle.
You were designing it had called it the necklace of Hausen. Is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Necklace of Hausen.
That's the one. Cool.
Danhausen. That's
from Conan O'Brien to being a magic item in D&D.
And they're all gonna have his face paint when I use them.
That's the way to do it.
No, I'll just go.
It's It's
Very
fair.
nice. Fit of evil.
It's fair.
And then magically you just get a giant check deposited in your bank account.
So much. It started off with $7 like The Rock.
Yes.
Are you going to start off with that turtleneck and that fanny pack? Because if you are,
Thin gold chain with I put the teeth on a gold chain now. I've upgraded my chain game. The chain gang has upgraded his chain game.
There it is.
Aha.
Rudimentary.
That's all coming together.
Anything anyone else would like to do before heading out?
Potions or anything like that?
I'm going to spend a little time bonding with my friggin' pygmy owlbear cubs.
Okay, so here's a question for you guys. Do you want to keep them at the lodge that the guild has for you all, or do you want to purchase stables for them? There is a stable in town, so it would be a matter of you purchasing by the month.
Well, they're still little teeny boys right now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we said they're like the size of small dogs right now.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, for right now, they can just. Honestly, they can just tear shit up in that lodge. And then when they get too big, we can I'll put them in the stables, give them some room.
Like dogs that you've left in your apartment too long.
Yeah, I mean, I was.
Anything else, Brad? Eva, you're new. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Can I barge into wherever they are playing like a lute and claiming that I am also the greatest bard?
Yes.
Some real big heat here.
Sweet. It's great. I'm gonna slap the lute right out of his hands.
This is going to be interesting.
Like that scene in Crossroads where the Karate Kid and Steve Vai cut heads for like 6 minutes straight for no reason.
Yep,
I was really hoping that you meant that movie and not the Britney Spears one, but I really wasn't sure.
No, but this could also be like that scene in Crossroads with Britney Spears. I don't have any.
Oh, man, I wish you could have made that pull, man. I really like.
Man, I probably could have just made it up, and they were like, "Fuck, that's what Crossroads was about."
Damn, that's great. Holy shit!
I think the only way I've seen that movie is on Riff Tracks. So
I mean, good for it.
Like that scene in Crossroads where Britney Spears slaps the teeth out of that girl's head. Remember?
Piece of shit, that girl from thinking she's also a singer.
That's right.
Her name was Christina Aguilera.
Brad Jones, anything you would like to do before you leave the confines?
I think if I could find a couple health potions, that might not be a terrible idea. Since the only time I've played, I didn't get a magic necklace. All I got was nearly killed.
Mm.
Yep, that's legit.
This isn't a lie. Okay. So you need to find potion. Are you looking for potions from dealers, or are you going to go to the local kind of religious centers?
Ooh. What would a human do? Humans would believe in their imaginary gods, and so will I. Off to the holy people.
All right. You can go to the Chapel of Evandra. There's also the actual inner bailey of this entire. I guess it's a small city. The inner bailey where Lord Drysdale is, because his folks are all followers of Arathis. Or there is a holy man. Let me find him because I did not expect this. Who lives in an apartment named Benwick.
What is the talk around town regarding best god for healing?
There is a lot of religious backbiting in Restwell Keep. Prior to Lord Drysdale, there was pretty much it was like a religious free-for-all. Everybody got along, but Drysdale came in, and he is a paladin of Arathis, and the local populace is terrified that he is going to press them all into his religion. So the folks who follow Evandra have proactively been going against kind of publicly. So you have the outer bailey, which is kind of like where the common folk live, all the businesses are, and then you have the inner bailey, which is where the actual keep is. Drysdale's forces live in the inner bailey. Most of them actually aren't even allowed into the outer bailey, just because he sees it as a potentially causing problems.
Radio. Well, as a regular human, which I am, I believe in sticking it to the man. So off to the Temple of Evandra I go.
All right, you make your way to the Temple of Evandra. It's a relatively well-kept, older building. You make your way in, and you do see people who are at prayer currently. There's not a lot of folks. It's the middle of the day, so you don't see a lot of folks who aren't working currently. But as you make your way into the Temple of Evandra, you do meet with Chindara, and Chindara is the head priestess. She is a half-elf, a very comely woman, dressed in garbs, but also at the same time does have a nasty-looking mace on her hip. And she kind of looks you up and down, and looks behind you, and says, "Hello, can I assist you in some way? You're not one of our normal parish."
Heidi ho to you too. Brad Jones, ordinary human. Nice to meet you.
I think I may be aware of who you might be.
Those are very godly robes you're wearing. Kudos to both you and Evandra for your piousness.
Thank you. I guess. Can I help you? You seem to be here for some sort of purpose. You're part of the guild, correct?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I am.
I have heard of you, Brad Jones.
Brad Jones.
She kind of pulls your human thing back, and she's like, "In the eyes of Evandra, you don't have to hide yourself, Brad Jones."
Yes, well, headed off for adventure here, as we humans are prone to do. And I was wondering, since I am frail and willowy, if there were some health potions that I might be able to get from you and your fine temple and godliness.
What would you be willing to tithe, Brad Jones?
Well, whatever would be appropriate.
Where did you say you're headed?
Off to hunt angry drakes.
Well, Brad, I'm going to say that we're all good on coin here. But what we could very much use is this. And she walks back into a back room and comes out, and she's lugging this stone, like small stand with like a stone bowl, like a stone top, and it's in the shape of kind of what we would know as a chessboard.
I strolled in with my broken lute, and I say, "Did somebody say chess?"
I am going to guess by your appearance, you're with Brad Jones.
I
Yes,
followed them in here because they looked interesting,
it
but I'm not
is.
with them yet.
It is a game of chance. It's a way to show our esteem and worship for Avandra, as she is the goddess, as you should well know, of freedom, trade, travel, adventure, and luck. This would be something I would like you to place on your travel.
So I would take the chessboard and I would leave it somewhere for you.
Yes.
That seems incredibly achievable.
It almost looks like a plinth, except for smaller. And there are like small pieces, but she says these don't really matter as much. It's more about that this was almost like an altar. So on the side of the road, as you progress to wherever you're going, if you make it to a crossroads, even better. If you could place this, the Church of Avandra would be extremely grateful.
So
and in our gratitude, she reaches in and she pulls out a handful of polyhedral bottles. One with 4 sides, one with 6 sides, one with 8 sides, one with 10 sides, one with 12 sides, each containing a similar looking liquid inside of it.
Okay. So I take this and I drop it off like Britney Spears at a crossroads.
Nice callback.
Can do.
Circle. Then we have come to an accord. May Avandra bless your journeys. And you, young, I don't know who you are, or frankly, I am unaware of your origin. But you did sound very excited about games.
Absolutely. You hand me a chessboard, I'm ready to play. Where are the pieces?
I will go get you some. And she comes back with a very ornate box, and you open it up, and there's a set of one side that are carved out of what looks to be like basalt with like inlaid obsidian in it. Pretty worthless to anyone but the absolute most desperate. And the other are kind of pieces of marble. And they are it's a game you're familiar with, like D&D equivalent of chess, basically. And it says you feel free to leave these with our place of worship. But it would be a great boon to us as a faith and a great show of respect to Avandra if you would play a game and consecrate that particular board upon its placement. Can I
Are there any
ask?
strings attached?
No.
Is this a magical chessboard? Am I going to die?
You can make an insight check if you'd like.
Yeah. Okay.
What up, Ian?
I almost forgot this game has dice.
What am I rolling?
Roll a d20 and then add your insight score.
D20 insights. Oh, -1. That's not good.
Was that your total? Was -1?
No. My insight's -1. So I rolled a 4. So -1 is a 3.
Boy, this lady is this lady is really pretty, and she plays games, and you also play games. So people who play games generally aren't duplicitous with one another. In your experience, everything's going to be just fine.
Perfect.
What could
Anything
go
else
wrong?
Eva or Brad, Wild, or John would like to do before leaving Restwell?
Let's do this.
All right. So we generally play with campfire rules for travel in our Chaos Scare games. However, we're doing a little bit differently this time because you're going on a monster hunt. So rather than worry about getting to where you need to go, you don't need to do that because you've been down this road before. You take the old gate down, and you're led to believe that the most fertile ground currently, both from your personal research and your book on Blaze, as well as local conversation, is kind of the area you guys were in last time by the abandoned mine, is where Gem Crust has lately been hunting. So luckily, this area that you've been led to believe the Drakes would be is both further south and east. Actually, not terribly far from Earthmain Keep. So you make your way down the road, and actually you can see Earthmain's Keep from the road as you are traveling. Everyone can make me a perception check. Also, Joel, Brad Jones is an adorable green boy. I just want to say that.
An 8.
An 8. All right. Wild, you can roll an advantage on this since you've been this way before.
Okay. First roll was a 17, and next one is a 15. So 17.
With a 17, what did everyone else roll? Did anyone else want to
11.
roll?
10 minus 1, so 9.
9, not seeing much. 11, Brad, you realize it's a well-worn path. It's not just foot traffic either. You can see a lot of wagon wheel tracks, as well as almost a rut now coming from the keep to the road proper, which looks relatively new. This keep looks odd because it is just the ruins of a keep, and primarily the ruins of a first floor. Also, it looks kind of nasty. And the reason why Wild can tell you better is there is what looks like a slow encroachment of mud coming out from the bottom of the keep. It's as if there is mud bubbling out of the keep itself and then slowly making its way outward.
Oh no!
Oh, so it's homey.
It's
For you, yes.
It's an explosion of the Bullywug fuck pit.
Possibly.
Please catch everyone up about the Bullywug fuck pit.
I'm just gonna leave it at that. You guys,
Right
you guys come up with your own interpretation of what you think it is.
Watch the product.
Yeah.
Yes,
I will say, if you want to know more about Bullywug Fuck Pit, watch the first episode. And it is as bad as it sounds. So you make your way to the actual crossroads, and then the information you were given leads you to head into the beginning of a relatively dense forest area. Brad and Eva, do you want to place the plinth?
Indeed, I do. This is a crossroads.
It is. It's
It is
one road coming out from the King's Gate, and then from the old King's Gate, and then a road going straight east and a road going north, which Wild and John have been on the road going north before.
Then
I gotta
it's
trust
time
my
to,
very human friend here.
It's time to drop it like it's hot.
We're just human boys.
Brad, you're such a Lucy, which was Britney Spears' name in the movie Crossroads.
For that insight and others, please watch the first season of Heels on Stars.
Do we have to?
Good Lord.
Actually, just turn it on. You don't have to watch
Just turn
it.
it on, yeah, watch it.
Okay.
Residuals don't give a shit about.
Yeah, put it on repeat in the background. Eva, did you want to play a game?
Describe the crossroads that we're at one more time.
It's a road going north, and these are just less roads and more just like heavily worn paths. One going straight east, and then back the way you came, which was almost straight west. So you have this crossroads here. I mean, Bone Thugs and Harmony might meet here, but you're not sure. Yes,
the Bone Thugs reference. God damn.
Yes, I would like to play a game.
You want to try to convince a ally or I guess a coworker, more or less.
I look at Wild Tibble.
Play wild
with my broken lute in my hands, and I give him the autonome equivalent of puppy dog eyes, and I ask for his forgiveness, and ask him to play a game with me.
Unfortunately for everybody involved, Wild has zero soul whatsoever, and puppy dog eyes work.
Even make me a persuasion roll, and Wild you'll make me your charisma check after Eva's made her roll.
All right, my persuasion is plus
Eva represents
3.
this female, correct?
Oh Jesus, yes.
Okay, perfect.
I rolled a 1. So 1 plus 3 is 4.
Sick. All right, here we go.
Just don't roll a 1.
I mean, my charisma score, my charisma bonus is like plus 6. So with that roll, it was a total of 13.
Perfect. By the way, you all start with 1 inspiration. All right, so you got a big negatory, Eva.
All right. I look around and I cannot see John Senegar anywhere. So I ask this very human, very nice Brad Jones if he would like to play.
Of course I would like to play. I have seen games in taverns before. I will be happy to play the game with you.
All right. So I would like you to choose a stat, each of you, one of your skills, and we'll use that as your skill for playing the game. You just have to justify to me why that skill.
I'm using charisma because that's a very gamer skill.
Do you have a particular charisma skill you want to use, like deception, persuasion?
Ooh, yeah, deception.
Okay, deception will be your skill. Brad, what would you like to use?
I'm going to go with stealth.
Okay, how are you going to use stealth?
I mean, he's not even going to see the moves I make.
Okay. So he's
just going to be like, how did that piece get there?
All right, both of you just make me your rolls, and it's a high number is successful, and we'll do best 2 out of 3.
All right, so I roll D20 and then add. Oh, that was almost perfect.
Hey, you leave Bart out of this super spike.
So 19 plus 5. I'm at 24.
Beats my 10.
Yes. So through flattery and guile, Eva takes the first third of the game. Pick a different skill, both of you, and justify its use. And if you win this roll too, you win the game. Otherwise, we'll go to a third and deciding a third of the game.
Does it have to stay with the same like charisma stat, or can I use something else?
No, you can move it around. You can use any skill. You just can't use deception.
Okay, I want to use my history skill from learning from past players.
Nice, excellent.
So that is.
I'm going to use perception.
Excellent.
To try and guess what he's going to do and counter appropriately.
Perfect. Let's see those. Let's roll that beautiful beam footage. What'd you guys get?
I rolled a 9 plus 3, so total of 12.
14.
Oh, in the second stanza of the game, Brad kind of figures out Eva's patterns, and he's able to move against her in a way that brings us back to an even playing field. So, final stanza of the game, choose your skills. You can't use a skill you've already used.
I'm going to use sleight of hand
Excellent.
for obvious reasons.
Hey, it's only cheating if you get caught.
I'm going to use acrobatics.
Please tell me more.
To kind of like, not that there's anything wrong with Brittany, but I'm going to shift slightly to my girl Anna Kendrick and the whole like cup thing.
A cup routine from
Pitch Perfect.
All right.
Is like how I'm moving the pieces around.
Perfect. I dig it. Make your rolls, folks.
I rolled a shitty 5 plus 4, so I'm at 9.
I rolled a 20.
Oh, all right. So, Eva, you feel like you've got control over the game. You're starting to kind of get back in the flow, and you feel like that you've figured this handsy human boy out. And about that time, Brad Jones starts to move and then rethink moves and rethink moves and move and rethink moves, doing the whole I'm never taking my finger off or my hand off the piece so I can move it back and forth. What war gamers absolutely despise when people do that. And in doing so, Brad Jones, you're able to be extremely duplicitous and make a couple of very, very interesting moves that Eva, he puts you on the back foot, and in the end, you find yourself at a loss. Brad Jones, you have consecrated this plinth of Avandra. Also, awesome. First 20 of the night.
He's going to make the declaration in your mother. He's pretty sure he heard that while people were playing games in the past.
Probably. Knowing some of the humans you run around with, Brad Jones, probably.
Not being a sore loser, I say GG and then turn away and frown.
Kick a little dirt. All right. So now that this is consecrated, we're going to use a variation on Campfire. So what I would like to see you guys do is very similar to what you just did. So it's a good, nice little warm up mentally. You're going to be looking for this pack of rage drakes. So what I'd like you to do is make tracking checks. Now you can tell me what skills you'd like to use to make this tracking check. We'll use these all in conjunction at the end. You have to meet so many successes as a group to move forward in either hunting the beasts or other things might occur. Who would like to go first?
So we can use anything to figure out where these are?
You can use any skill. You just have to justify it. Just tell me how you're using that skill to track these rage drakes.
Okay. Hey, Wild, how tall are you?
Oh, no.
I do not like
I don't. Anytime I've ever been asked that, it has not ended well.
Do not like that question. Let's see here. Did I actually mark that on my sheet? I'm not even sure that I did.
A roundabout height of your race.
Yeah, we'll say somewhere in the neighborhood of 5'10".
What about you, Eva the gnome?
I am 3'4".
I grab Eva up immediately and throw her completely as high as I can in the sky. Hoping that whilst up there, she will see some way to track it.
All right, you make me that I'm assuming you're using athletics.
Yeah, use athletics.
All right. Depending on what
if my
John
weight matters,
rolls,
I'm only 40 pounds.
Even that will tell us what you can perceive from that high up. So John, Give us that roll. Remember, you all have an inspiration as well.
You're gonna see the
Big old
fucking.
juicy 24.
Oh, Eva, you get shot putted directly up in the air. So you can roll me a perception at advantage.
You get to fucking see how much of the curvature of the earth you can see, man. Jesus Christ.
Unless you're AJ Styles, and then it's just flat.
Oh.
My perception is -1.
So you roll twice with advantage. You roll with advantage. You would just roll twice and take the higher roll.
Well, my first roll was a 1, so I'm not taking that.
You
My
ain't do
second roll-
dice.
Yeah, I do. My second roll is a 15, so 15 minus 1 at 14.
14. You get launched up in the air, and like as you're going up, you're like, "Oh, hey, I hope somebody's gonna catch me." And you look out, and through this first portion of wood, you see a clearing with small standing pools of water that really looks like somewhere where animals would probably. Oh wait, I'm falling down. Is anyone going to catch?
I will also
as she
catch.
plummets. Okay, make me a athletics check.
Oh no!
Eva, make me a dexterity save.
What is that inspiration?
Oh no!
It lets you re-roll.
I'll re-roll.
Okay.
Ah,
All right. My
What was
dex is
What is,
15, so I just roll a d20 and then add it to the 15. Is that right?
It's a
19, I
saving
found.
throw, so you would see if you have if it's 15. Dex might be a stat you have an additional save number on. If not, it's just the plus. What is that? +2.
No, I have +4 dexterity saves.
There you go. So yeah, add a 4 to your roll.
I got
Zane,
a
what'd you
19
get?
on
Excuse
mine.
me, John, what'd you get on your second roll?
19.
19. Okay.
I rolled a 6, so +4 is 10.
Yeah. John kind of bumbles you on the reception of the doesn't make the fair catch. But between between his just sick gains and strength, he's able to slow your descent, and you basically just use his arms as parallel bars to slow your descent and land on your feet. And
Nice.
can point out the direction towards that clearing pretty regularly.
Spot monkey confirmed.
Flippy
Brett-
little gnome.
Brad holds up a card that says 5.2.
The human boy vote was rigged. Who would like to go next?
I can't.
Well, we're trying to perceive stuff.
Yeah, we're still in our skill check here.
All right.
Our
I'm going to use my performance stats, and I'm just going to make a big deal out of whatever it is that we're doing.
Perfect. Let's see that performance roll.
Oh, Jesus, these dice suck. I rolled a 3 + 3, so a total of 6.
Yeah, you're making a lot of noise, but certainly not really getting much across except for, hey, guys, I found a clearing.
I throw Eva back in the air.
Yeah.
Listen, you gotta leave the performance to the pros, kid. All right. So I've got this brand new big shiny knife. And
is this the knife? Is this a mixed knife?
it makes me extra intimidating.
Yes.
So essentially, what I'm going to do is.
By the way, did you level up?
No, I think you said.
You're second.
Well, I think you said I'm leveling up after this one because
you would level. You're right. You're right.
Like, so anyway, I'm going to go ahead and blaze us a little trail, swinging my giant knife around like Link cutting down grass, and attempting to intimidate nature around us into just clearing away.
Oh, chat, killing it. Yeah, just make me a make me that intimidation check. I like where you're going here. Are you going in the direction that Eva pointed out as the clearing with the standing water?
Yeah. I mean, like we kind of once. Wow. Okay. With the +1, it's 24.
Ooh. You can hear small wildlife actually fleeing between your swinging of Mick's biggest knife and kind of beating the drum in kind, it sounds like a beast of massive size is coming through this brush. Brad Jones.
I'm going to use my animal handling skills because they seem appropriate for what we're trying to do. And as we walk, he's just going to do the traditional here. Pss, 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 pss. Here, Drake. Pss, 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 pss.
That's fair. That's fair. All right. Give me that
Drake
animal
want a
handling roll.
treat? Drake want a treat? Tweet. I rolled a nat 20 for a 22.
Whoa! Brad Jones is on a roll tonight.
Can I use his dice from now on?
Yeah, no kidding.
He just rolls for all of us.
So you're able to do this, and you come to the edge of, you kind of make your way through the brush, cut a relatively decent pathway through, but quiet enough. Actually, everyone make me a stealth check now that you're at the clearing edge.
Finally, my rogue can come out.
My inner rogue.
18.
Total of 9.
18 and 9. What else we got?
14 here.
14.
So +5 for that particular check.
Put you at 25.
And it puts me at 6.
Luck turns around on us all. So you're making your way through, and John and Wild, you guys kind of start to get quiet. Eva, you're relatively quiet. And then Brad just kind of bums his way through the actual vegetation into the clearing.
Very human thing to do.
Yeah, it's a very human thing to do. How human of you, Brad? And that's where you see 2 what you think at one point were rage drakes lift their heads up from the water and turn. So they look in physical form like large quadrupedal drakes, but no wings. The thing is they all have these crystalline pustules all over them, giving them a misshapen form. And you do know from Citirian's debriefing that's mainly why they are requiring the bodies, is they want these crystals intact. So we're in initiative. And if someone would be so kind to keep initiative in the private chat, I would be forever grateful.
We have 14 initiative.
Yep. Eva and Brad were Eva 16. Okay, excellent. Brad,
I'm putting them all together so we can just.
Oh, perfect. Okay, excellent. It looks like Wild, you'll be going first.
Great. All right. So our drakes have noticed our human friend Brad Jones here, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Have they seen any of the rest of us?
You're unaware, but they have definitively seen Brad Jones.
Boy, that sucks for Brad Jones.
Bye, Brad.
Oh, dang. Brad goes second, so it doesn't suck too bad.
Let's see here. Man, what am I going to do for... I can't really...
And by the way, these are large creatures. They're about the size of, they're a little bit bigger than a bear on all fours.
Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use my bonus action to look over at old John Senegar here, and just give him a little nudge and be like, "Hey, just get a load of this fucking idiot," and give him a point of bardic inspiration through shit talking. And I'm going to. I think I'm going to hold. I'm going to hold my action.
What are the terms of your action then? What are you waiting for? Tell me what you're doing and what you're waiting. What will activate it?
That's gonna be the real struggle. Because I'm not really sure. I'm not going to vicious mockery because I don't want these things coming after me. Oh, you know what? Cool. I'm going to excuse me. All right, I'm going to grab my loot, which I'm actually skilled in playing. I'm going to quickly give Eva the finger.
Also unbroken.
Quickly give Eva the finger, and I'm going to kind of wait and see. I'm going to ready sleep.
Excellent.
And I'm going to kind of start tuning up to softly play a little bit of a lullaby and see how close these drakes get.
I was going to say, do you have a distance condition you want to put in place for that?
Let's see. How far away are they right now?
They're a movement away from where Brad is. So if they want to attack, they're going to have to move.
Okay. Yeah, I'm basically just going to kind of be softly strumming and wait until they get. I'm gonna let Brad sweat it out a little bit. I'm gonna wait till they get kind of right at him, and then I'll cast sleep.
Brad, you have been noticed. Not in a good human way.
How far away from they are they from me?
They're about. This is about. Let's just call them 30 feet away. They could move and attack on their turn.
Okay.
It's not the biggest clearing in the world, but there is a small standing body of water.
Okay. How can I tell how deep the water is?
Make me a perception check.
Nat 2024.
Good Lord, Joel.
It's feast or famine. I'm getting all of it or none of it.
That's true, yeah. It is you're guessing about 10 feet deep in its deepest spot.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to use my movement to get. I want to get so that I'm on one side of the Drake, so it's between me and the other Drake.
So you're going to try to split. You're going to try to split them?
No, I'm going to try to be on the outside of one so that it is the barrier between me and the other Drake.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you do want
and get as close to the water as I possibly can.
So you want to move your movement and go to the side. Okay, yeah, you can do that.
And then I'm going to attack the Drake that is in front of me. And I rolled a 7. Will that hit, Ben? A 7?
It will not. Thank you for asking, though.
Are you sure?
I'm relatively positive.
Okay. Well, I mean, what are you going to do?
Not hit them with 7.
Since I missed with that, I'm going to follow up and just try to kick it.
Can I kick it? Yes, I can.
He beat me to it.
Will a 15 hit?
15 is exactly what you need.
Okay.
Spoilers.
And that will do 4 points of damage.
Yep.
The distance I had to travel to get there, do I have any movement left or no?
No, because you already used a move and an action. So unless you
Okay.
have, you're a monk, correct?
Yep.
Unless you have anything that you can do with that.
I'm level 1, so I've got
Fair.
I've got martial arts and unarmored defense. Could I
You
make it
also, because you kicked it, roll me percentile dice, please.
Okay. That sounds ominous. Could I make it like a flying kick that propels me into the water?
No, too late.
You said a D20, right?
No, I said percentiles. Even worse.
Oh, percentiles. Sorry. Oh, God. I don't know if this is good or not. I rolled a 100. This is literally feast or famine. I will get all of it or none of it.
So when you kick this thing, it kind of opens its mouth, and you see one of its teeth were made of those crystals, of those rhodium crystals, and it breaks. And this flow of green arcane energy kind of bursts out from this cracked crystal and comes up upon you. When you land and you reclench your fists as you take your stance, your 2 fists and your 2 feet become inflamed. So roll me a d4, please.
So 100 wasn't the good roll.
100 was a good roll, yes.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yes, it was a very good roll.
Okay.
What'd you get on your d4?
Well,
Somehow
I rolled all the points last time, so this time I rolled a 1.
For the next hour, all of your unarmed strikes do an additional d6 fire damage.
Jesus.
Ooh, okay.
What would 4 have been?
Do you really want to know?
Sure.
Oh, 4 would have been 4 hours. I think I meant 4 on the random.
Oh, okay.
chart.
So got it. Hours.
Yeah.
The
4 on the
downside
random chart, not as exciting as 100.
The downside being that flaming attacks heal these drakes, so I don't really know.
I don't know. That's a good question. No, they don't. Some drakes would, yeah. Some it would, though. That's a good point. I'm glad you said something, because I was like, does it? All right. The drakes are up, and they do not perceive Eva, Wild, or John. So they are going to. The first one is going to is the one behind is going to circle. It's going to use its entire movement to try to circle to flank you, Brad. And then they will both attack. So anything, because it's trying to flank you, I'll give you an opportunity attack if you want it.
Yeah, I would take it. With opportunity attack, could I instead
Just a basic attack,
or could I prepare to dodge with it?
No, it's always an attack.
All right, then I'm
But
going
it's
to
just
take
a basic
the attack.
attack. Yeah.
I'm absolutely taking the attack. The trend continues. Critical hit.
So good. The yin and yang. So
Brad Jones, which means I'm about to do no damage.
Max damage. Remember, it's max damage, everything, and then
Okay.
your stats and a roll.
So that's going to be 13. That will be 21 points of damage.
Oh, roll me percentiles.
7.
Nothing happens this time, but you're pretty sure you broke a rib on this thing as it came around. It will get there in order to give its mate advantage. They'll both have advantage on their attacks, but you definitely did some nasty damage there. All right. The first one actually is going to try to grab you. It's going to try to grapple you with its mouth. They'll roll at advantage.
Ooh, Brad wasn't sweating before there, Wild.
Does a 12 hit you?
It does not.
Okay, so it snaps at you, and that's since it used its big attack, that's its entire multi-attack. The other one will go bite claw, or excuse me, 2 claws. I'm pretty sure a 15 and a 17 hit.
They do not.
Fantastic. Good for you, because it would have hurt.
Oh, I'm sure.
You're able to kind of to vogue your way out of these attacks, and neither of them hits you. So this would bring us.
Can this trigger my sleep?
So
spell?
they did not move to Brad. Brad moved to them.
Oh. Well,
What are you, Brad?
sucks to suck, Brad.
Eva, you're up.
I look over at Tibble while he's tuning up the band over there, and
We're not tuning up. We're not tuning up the band just yet. That's a whole other finale, baby boy.
Oh, okay. While he's strumming, and I pull out my lyre and I start to play "Toxic" by Britney Spears, and I want to use Vicious Mockery.
Perfect. I believe I have to roll on that, correct?
Oh, I don't know. You're the DM.
Jesus.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah,
Vicious Mockery is a DC 14. Well, mine is 14.
yeah. What's your
It says DC 13.
So 13 is the save throw.
Yep.
So you have to choose one of them. So one of them will make the save. It's in a wisdom save. I'm pretty sure I saved, but I want to make sure. Does a 17 save?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
13 was the goal.
All right. So yeah, you play, nothing occurs, but both of them whip their head in your general direction.
Yep. God.
That brings us to unless you want to move, Eva. Did you want to move?
I can move 30 feet.
Do you want to move from your current place, like kind of not like basically you strafe them with Vicious Mockery and then move away?
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. Do you want to stay in the tree line?
Yes.
Okay. So you kind of take you play and then move away from where Tybalt and John are, which brings us to John.
All right. What? So with us in the tree line, are we also a move away, or are we?
Yeah. I'm saying you guys are within. You're within range to get to them.
All right. And then, how much does a Drake weigh?
About as much as a young adult boulet, so heavy enough for you to pick up.
Okay, if it comes to it.
Yes.
Unless it's Drake in a wheelchair, then you have to add the wheelchair weight.
Yeah. It's Canadian Drake.
Yeah.
I'm going to spare no disrespect about Canadian Drakes.
I think these particular Drakes are less potential of pedophilia.
Oh.
Oh.
So I'm gonna, since we're in a tree line, I'm gonna use my movement. First, I'm gonna bonus into rage. Yeah.
Yes.
Dope. Then I'm going to use my movement to climb a tree.
Okay.
Then we'll say we use the full for that. Whatever.
Yep.
I'm going to pull a javelin down the side it says hustle, loyalty, respect. And then I'm going to throw this javelin at. So they're both on the ground, correct? Like
Yeah,
the
they do not fly. They have no wings.
I
They're
meant
kind of like
Eva
they
and
look
Brad.
like really big raptors, mix of a raptor and a red dragon. They're dumb. They're just animals.
But Eva and Brad are not grappled in any way, right?
No. Eva's still in the tree line. She just moved away from you. Brad is between the two of them with the body of water at his back.
Okay, I will throw a javelin at the one that is between me and Brad.
You've got equidistant. They're on either side of him. So it's like he's facing you. There's one on each side, and the pond is
behind. Then I'll go with the one on the. And then where is Eva to that? To the left of the left one, or the right of the right one?
I would assume Eva, you went right. You went right up the tree line. So you're flanking the one on the right.
I will do the one that is in between the two of them. So I guess the right Drake. And that is an 18.
Yes.
That'll be a 9. Now, does my rage add 2 to that?
I believe you'd have to check, but I believe your rage is from melee attacks.
Melee, it is melee. You're right.
Okay.
So yes, 9 damage with the javelin.
Roll me percentiles.
Well, that's horseshit. Hold on a second. $66.
So you strike, your javelin goes in, it ruptures one of these crystals on the side, and the Drake breathes in, and its face just starts to get all wonky, and its bottom jaw splits into 2 massive mandibles. And it does look to where you are in the tree line.
Good.
So it now has like its top mouth and its bottom jaw is split into 2 mandibles.
Like Predator.
So it's like the vampires from Blade 3.
Yeah, like what were the Reapers in Blade 2? Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh good.
That brings us to the top of the pop.
Well.
Oh, we do play Crimson Escalation. So every round, the number for crit drops 1. So 20s and 19s are now critical hits this round.
All right. Well, let's see here. So what have we got? We've got one injured Drake.
But 2 are hurt.
2 are hurt. Okay.
Yep. Brad hit 2 of them, and John also wounded one of them. So one's been hit twice.
Okay, great. Well, let's see here. I'm going to. How far is Eva away from me?
30 feet going on the. So if you're facing forward, the right side of the tree line.
Okay. All right. Great. So here's what I'm going to do, just to make sure that Eva's still got line of sight to me. I'm going to go ahead and break out my trombone. And I'm going to.
Weapons.
It truly is. And in fact, as I am playing the trombone, I'm going to keep my middle finger up, so that she can see. And I'm going to cast "Toll the Dead" on. You say the guy that the one that's got his face split open maybe looks the most damaged.
Yep.
Okay, great. I'm gonna cast it on that guy, and let's see here. You get a Wisdom saving throw, or you're going to take 1d12 necrotic damage because you're already hurt.
Does a 12 save?
Does that? What is your wisdom? I guess.
No, that's what I got altogether. Is 12.
Oh wait, no. My DC is 4. The DC on him is 14.
I was like, I didn't roll terrible, but also not great.
D12. Probably not super great. Yeah, 7.
7.
Yep.
Still does damage to it.
That is.
You also see like this rage drake that has the mandibles. Where its mandibles are, its skin is now starting to peel and fall off to a sickly green underneath, rather than the dark red it normally had.
Great. And as a bonus action, I'm going to just pull the trombone away for just a second and turn to Eva and just, you fucking suck, and keep playing. So just
Brad Jones, you're up.
All right. Is the one with mandibles the one that got hit ridiculously hard, or the other one?
The other one.
Okay.
But the one with mandibles has now been taking a beating.
Okay. And the one with mandibles is the one that tried to grapple me.
Yep.
Okay. With my upbringing, I'm associating that with a mating ritual that I do not want to be a part of.
It's fair.
So I'm going to hit the other one. 17 should hit.
Oh, yeah, totally.
For 13 points of damage.
Excellent.
I am going to follow up with an unarmed strike, which is a 16 to hit.
Yeah.
For
15 is your number.
For 11, 4 of which are fire damage.
Excellent. You know what you need to do now.
You
know what you need to do now.
Oh, I do know what I need to do now.
What?
I'm
Roll them percentile dice.
Oh, that.
Did Wild roll on that?
I didn't have to because of the way it attacked.
Okay.
75.
Now you have
All
chance.
So let me attack before we get to that, huh? So you do feel a change. There is a change coming. Are you going to move?
Yeah.
You feel drawn to the water.
How did you know?
Huckabee. What?
Yeah.
Should have. If I knew you were going to be here, Travis, I would have had him fight bears. Now I feel bad.
Well, these are bear rage strikes.
It's a bear rage strikes. Yes.
I am going to disengage and make my way into the water.
You make your way into the water and you watch your physical form turn into water as you become one with the pool.
Ooh. And here I was just excited because I move the same speed underwater that I do out of water.
You also find you don't need to breathe currently.
Nice.
And you are completely, the only thing that's discerning you at all from the water itself is that where your four ends of your limbs would be are still fire. But the rest of you, you've just been turned into liquid. You've become as of liquid.
Okay. Can I submerge?
You are submerged.
Oh, perfect.
You are liquid.
You are as of liquid.
Okay.
Which is not very human of you.
Yeah,
there are just 4 balls of fire underwater.
That's currently the only thing that discerns you from the pool.
Awesome.
All right. That brings us to the drakes, who just see that you basically nesty plunge into the water and turn into the water. So they're not sure what to do, but they are very aware where John Senegar is. So they are going to sprint that way, and they're each going to make one attack because they're going to use their very, very, very good movement, much better than all of your movements, to run, jump, and both going to make claw attacks. Oh.
All right, one critted. Maybe they both did.
No, not at all. I got a 9, which is really hard to do with an attack score that high, and an 11, which is a little bit better of a roll, but not much better. Neither?
Perfect. No, 13.
So they come just flying up on you, almost running like you'd see a big cat run with the front legs kicking between the back legs, jumping up and scrambling up the trees, just wood splintering everywhere. Claws miss you, and so you're on this tree, and they're kind of like clinging onto it awkwardly as well.
Okay.
Assuming they would have brought you down with their attacks, but now they're also on this tree, and this tree is groaning because John Senegar ain't light, and these two Rage Drakes ain't light either.
This is like a ton of item here.
Yes. This is a massive amount of meat on this wood.
Just big meaty boys.
Even you're up. meaty men slapping into each other.
All right.
Eva, you're up.
All right. What spells do I
By
have?
the way, I
Can
just
do anything
finally
cool?
saw your full shirt. That's great.
Oh, the Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I kept going, Lydia, what? And then I saw Beetlejuice once. I was like, oh yeah, I know what that is now.
I think Vicious Mockery was the only cool thing I have. Can I use it again? Can I just keep using it?
Yeah,
or
I
can
believe
only use
that's
it-
at will. Yeah. All right. I'm sorry, it's not at will anymore. It's a cantrip.
Yeah, cantrip. I found the answer to the question you asked me earlier. DC 13 Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, I'll just keep using Vicious Mockery
All right.
while
I
rocking
will
out
make
this awesome cover of Britney Spears.
I failed my save this time. So give me that sweet damage roll of toxic.
1d4 psychic damage and have disadvantage on next attack made before the end of its next turn.
All right. So roll me a d4. Tell me what you get. And
D4. Even 4.
What'd you get, bud?
what'd you get?
Oh, I'm sorry. I already said it. It was a 4. I got a 4. I thought I was waiting on you. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't. It was my fault. I didn't catch it. Are you going to move or just let the band play on?
I'm going to move back next to Tybalt. So I'm going to move left 30 feet.
Okay, perfect. You make your way back up, so you both are able to look up and see John Senegar in a tree with 2 infected Rage Drakes. John, you're up.
All right. So these are below me, like clawed into the tree, or are they on the branch with me? Or
So I'm kind of picturing it as like one is kind of clawing its way up to you, and the other one's on a branch, like you're kind of your back to the trunk of the tree, and one's on an adjacent branch.
great. So I'm going to run towards that one. I'm going to jump off.
Is this the mandible one or the non-mandible one?
I would prefer it to be the mandible one, but
Perfect,
you're
it's
the
the
one that
mandible one.
placed it.
It's the mandible one.
So I'm going to unarmed strike and drop kick this Drake.
I was waiting for you to do the high cross body Ricky Steamboat style.
You know, oh man, but I'm not him.
It's true.
John Cena guard.
And
John
we're
Cena.
doing the thing, so that is a crit.
What? All right. So, unarmed strike, your damage is going to suck.
Yeah. But I also have +2 to that.
So max damage, and then roll your damage and add your bonuses in again.
So I'm sorry. So I do.
So your max damage, bonuses, everything, and then you roll and put your bonuses in
strike.
again. I'm sorry, what?
What is the one-armed strike?
Unarmed strike, I want to say is a D4.
D4. Okay, so the first one is a 4.
Okay. What? And add your strength to it.
Plus.
What's your strength bonus?
+3.
So it's 7, and then you roll your dice.
For
Yeah,
that again?
Roll a D4. Because you get max the first time.
Gotcha. And then on that one, I did a 4 as well.
So that'd be another. So you got 14 damage on a drop kick. Cool. Now I want you to roll me. Climbed up a whole move, so we'll call that 30 feet. Okay. I want you to roll me 3d10.
3d10?
Yes. Yeah, my dude.
22.
The Rage Drake falls and takes another 22 points of damage. Now I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm going to fall too, right?
Maybe.
Dexterity?
Yep. Dex saving throw.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
Oh, man, you guys are feast and famine. So you drop kick, go to flat back on the branch, and instead shift your weight to one side and then grab it with both hands, swing all the way back around on your feet. Little superhero landing with a little bit of panache. That Rage Drake falls, hits the ground very near to Tybalt and Eva. I would like you each to roll me 1 10-sided dice.
God damn it. I rolled a 2.
2?
Four.
So 24. I want you both to roll me another D10.
All right. I rolled a 2 again. This website sucks.
Your digital dice is screwing you royally. Mitch, good to see you.
Mine was a 6.
You, Tybalt, you have 6 temporary hit points. Eva, you have 2 temporary hit points. So 10 hit points just stack on your regular hit points. If you take damage, they go away first because they're temporary. So again, when this thing lands, it cracks one of those crystalline pustules, and this green flowing arcane mist floats out, and you're both saturated in it for a short amount of time before it dissipates.
Well, that can't be good.
Which brings us to the top of top of the pop, because I'm going to say your acrobatic dex save was your move, and John, unless you have something you definitely want to do with your move. Because you probably have about half a movement left from your running drop kick.
I'll stay where I am.
Okay. Tybalt, we are at now. 18, 19, 20.
Yeah, we're 18.
Let's see here. So this Drake is like right next to us.
Yes, on the ground, like on its side. It's gonna have to spin its move to get up. It looks real hurt.
Looks real hurt, huh? Okay, great.
How's it not dead yet?
Well, these guys are tough. They're significantly and I dumbed them down from where they should be.
Cool. I'm going to whip out a piece of paper and a pen and my giant knife. Intimidation. I am going to very quickly sign my name onto this piece of paper with a little parenthetical. Better than Eva. and I'm going to stab this paper right into the skull of this drake with my gigantic knife.
I will give you advantage on this attack roll because this thing's prone.
Oh, that is going to be absolute violence. Fantastic. Let's see. So that one, I think with the +1 from the knife is a 14. And then this is...
No, 14 will miss.
Oh, fuck me. And the next one is a natural 20.
What?
Yeah,
man, I really need
I will show you the screenshot. So
no, don't, you don't need to. I just need the air horn tonight.
Oh my God.
Okay, so max damage, and then roll and re-add your bonuses.
Oh my God. So let's see here. We didn't actually. Okay.
The knife would be a D4. It's like a dagger, basically. It's a +1 to hit and damage, so it'd be +4 +1.
So we're talking. So that's yeah. So that's
What's your strength bonus?
My strength bonus is +2.
So it'd be 7. 7 is your max. So now you would roll a D4 and add 3.
Okay. There it is. I was gonna say I don't know if we actually like determined. Whoops. There we go. Oops, that's a 2, and 3 is 5 more.
Oh, actually, is anyone else in this group carrying a dagger?
I got a dagger.
Okay, then it is just a D4. So, because remember, this knife always must be bigger than the next smallest knife.
Well, like that, like the next smallest bladed weapon.
Yeah, because if there were no daggers and it was a sword, it would be a D6.
Does that mean it's trying to be bigger than the rapier that I'm already carrying?
Yeah, but it would need to be bigger than the next smallest. So it would be the dagger in this case. But if it were the rapier was the next smallest, it would definitely be the rapier.
Gotcha.
Very human, very puddle. What'd you get on your dice roll? I'm sorry.
With the bonuses is 5.
So 12 altogether. You take this piece of paper on this and you stab it right through its eye, and it twitches a bit more, and then its mandibles go slack and they slowly merge back together into a jaw, and this thing's dead.
All right. Oh yeah.
Brett Jones, you are as of water.
Okay.
Bruce Lee would be proud.
Ben, I'm gonna go for some dumb shit, and I'm just
I love dumb shit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you figure out what it means. Okay. So Brad Jones, knowing that he has fists and feet of fire, yet is in a body of water.
Is a body of water.
And is a body of water. He is going to put his feet and hands together and like try to focus his hands like a Kamehameha and shoot the remaining one with a jet of steam.
I am all about this insanity. All right. I want you. I love this idea. You don't have. By the way, if anyone spent their inspiration, you can all get it back if you've already spent it. I want you to make me a basic ranged attack. So just with your basic bonus for
23.
Did you crit again?
18. Yeah.
18 crits. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Let's
God damn.
Brad Jones.
Let's see what this would be.
You hear that, but it just comes out as a series of bubbles.
I want you to roll me 4d6 for damage. I also need Wild, Eva, and John to make me dexterity saving throws.
This tree's going down.
Very well might.
I don't trust my dice.
14 points.
14 points?
I got a 14 dexterity.
You're good.
My first natural 20.
Nice.
So plus my dexterity is +4, so 24. Not that it
Nice.
matters.
It's
Wild?
probably a good time to have that.
Yeah, it's a real good time to have that.
Make this tree roll Constitution.
I spent my inspiration, but my second one is a 20.
Perfect. You, Eva and Wild, you literally dive out of the way of this concentrated blast of steam that comes erupting out of the lake. I mean, you can see like the droplets of water turning into superheated steam, and it hits this drake in the back, and you see none of the crystals actually burst this time, but the skin literally starts to melt off of this. That's how hot it is. And it's also powerful enough the tree cracks and starts to fall. John Senegar just walks down the falling limb, and as the tree hits the ground, he just literally walks off the broken limb. The Brad Jones, roll me 3d10.
It's going to be 17.
The drake takes another 17 falling and is basically boiled from the inside out, dead. And this combat encounter comes to a close.
But
I reach
Well,
over to the
that
note
nice
that
thing to
Tybalt
do.
wrote. I scratch out better than and replace it with as good as.
Perfect.
I'm gonna, since I am water in the water.
I want you to roll me a con check, just straight up Constitution check.
Okay. 15.
Okay. As you're kind of floating in this malleable state, you're finding it harder and harder to stay coalesced into an actual corporeal being. Is it corporeal or corporeal? Either way.
Okay.
Oriole.
Corporeal. Thank you.
Oh, like I'm becoming more water. Okay. I'm still able to see and stuff though, right?
Yeah, it's less of like actual sight and more of just a overall sense of awareness.
Okay. I want to search the pool to see if there's any cool sunken, maybe pirates came by and there's some booty down here.
I'll let you. What do you other three want to do while Brad Jones contemplates his?
If he's still
form
water,
as
can
a
I
human.
scoop him up with one of my instruments and put him into an instrument?
Yeah, I mean, some of them.
I will collect as much of his watery remains as I can into this hollow gourd that I'm carrying on my back.
So, Brad, you feel like part of your consciousness just kind of gets pulled away, and you feel yourself in two separate places at once. It's very off-putting.
Can I replace it with water from the pool?
You make me a wisdom check, or you Arcana if you will, Dede.
15.
You get the impression that if you do that, there may not be any coming back.
Okay.
You may just become a sentient pool
Okay.
in the woods.
Then I will just
Brad Jones, human pool.
I will just check for cool stuff in the water. Then.
Perfect. John Wild, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna go rip out that green tooth.
The cracked one?
Whatever one was like that we saw in the video.
Oh yeah, so those things are covered in those crystals. They're
Okay.
like pustules coming off of them.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's why when you guys were physically striking them, those things were popping.
Missed. Okay. I'm still gonna take his teeth because I need it for this necklace. So maybe my things will be bigger. I'm gonna take that cracked tooth for sure.
Excellent. Yeah. So you're able to cull some teeth off of this thing pretty easily. Why don't you make me a tell me what skill you want to use to do this. Or even just ability score where you're like,
I mean, it would just be strength.
Strength? Okay, perfect. Just make me an athletics to do it.
Oh, okay. 20. No, hold on. That's the wrong one. Damn, I wish you could just say. You said athletics.
Yeah,
Fuck, man, I got a 22 on just strength.
I'll give you the 22.
No, or an 8, whatever one you want, man.
I'll give you the 22. Most people would use like a knife or something
Okay.
to get these out.
Gotcha.
John just puts his foot on this thing's head and just starts popping teeth.
Yeah.
So what you realize, John, is these teeth are about this big, so wearing them on a necklace might be sort of cumbersome.
Yeah.
But you're pretty sure if someone makes that ritual for you, you're going to get some big old boys off them teeth.
I'm going to take.
If Flavor Flav can do it, then so can you.
That's right. Should I just roll an amount?
Are you going to go off of both of them?
Yeah.
Then roll me 3d12.
Jesus. 3d12. That is going to be 18 teeth.
You're able to pull 18 teeth off these 2 rage drinks.
John
It's
Senegarhausen.
Jesus Christ.
It's quite the haul. Yeah.
Shaggy, just like Shaft, Brad Jones is completely human and duty bound to please that booty.
Perfect. Wild. What do you want to do? All this is good while this mess is going on.
I mean, just scream internally at John Senegar ripping teeth out of this monster's head. I don't like.
I just turn around with a real goofy smile and give him a thumbs up.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I salute the troops.
I'm gonna.
Salute the troops.
So one thing we'll say Citirian gave you all to make the transport of these bodies easier was a portable hole.
Okay.
So you can just open this portable hole, slide the bodies in, and it'll go into a magic subspace that will keep them there until you return the hole.
Okay.
So that way you don't have to worry about trying to haul around all this funky meat and potential magical issues. Besides screaming internally and wondering how your life brought you to this point, Wild.
Let's see here. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna grab the lesser bard, and
who's now got a gourd full of sloshing liquid that may or may not be part of Brad Jones.
We're real off the rails over here, but I'm gonna break out the old portable hole and tell Eva to get busy shoving some Drake bodies in here.
Bowl Full of Brad was the name of my first emo album in high school.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Eva, you're gonna comply with shoving bodies in holes?
I mean, not without a very stern look, but yes, I got to pay my dues. I got to listen to the vets.
It's fair. It's fair.
Brad,
my max. Where is it? Max carrying. Oh no. I got a 300-pound max lift. So even though I'm tiny, I can lift these drakes over my head and throw them into the hole.
Make me 2 strength checks. These are big boys. They're probably pushing at least twice that.
Oh, all right.
So it's a lot of like put the hole down, drag, push. They plop inside this magical hole.
My strength is +0.
You can also do athletics if you have an athletics score.
My athletics is +0. So give me a natural 20, baby. A 15, not too bad.
It takes you, the first one, it takes you a little bit, but you're able to get the hang of it and kind of push this slumped over, mostly toothless, severely steam burned corpse into this hole. Why don't you make me another strength check for the other body?
18.
Easy this time. This one's a little more broke up. And one thing you notice is, I'll let you make a perception check at advantage.
Perception. Oh, perception is -1. I do not like that.
You can make 2 rolls. Nice.
8 and 10, so it would be 7 and 9. So we'll go with the 9.
So 9, you look at one of the wounds and you see like beneath this thing's skin and sinew and muscle that the skeletal frame, even inside of it, you can see that crystal, like it's crystallizing inside.
While Eva's peering into this wound. Um, I'm assuming kind of like while shoving this thing into the hole. I'm gonna give her like a little like extra shove on the back, like a little fake, like got just like I'm gonna fake shove her into the hole. Just give me a little rib, kid.
Brad, please roll me percentiles.
Do I want high or low?
I'm not telling you.
4.
We talked about this.
You're like,
I'm just
You wanted
wondering
the
if,
other thing.
like, do I need to use inspiration? I guess is the real question.
I don't think for this.
Okay. I'll save it for that next Constitution saving throw.
So the first thing you find is a small bag, and inside it you find a ton. It's not even a small bag. It's probably about the size of your two fists put together. There's a bunch of aquamarine, citrine, onyx, and white pearl. Altogether, estimated value 800 gold pieces, or 870 gold pieces. Excuse me.
Sweet.
Brad Jones, rich human water.
Brad Jones.
This above ground pool became an in ground pool real fast.
Brad Jones, fantasy Jeff Bezos.
Oh no, not the Bezos. Brad.
I'd like to think I'm a little more human than that.
So you're Elon Musk.
Oh.
I said human.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brad, I would like you to make me another roll, please.
Constitution or something else?
Just a percentiles. Goodness gracious!
Okay.
All of a sudden, you couldn't talk.
18.
You find a small sword and 2 scrolls. It's like you find a scabbard with the sword in it, and then 2 scrolls that have been loosely tied with leather string, basically, to the blade itself.
Oh, the scrolls are attached to the sword.
They're just tied to the scabbard.
Okay.
And when you pull it away, you see that they were attached to a disintegrating belt, which is attached to parts of a skeleton.
Okay.
When you pull it away, the skeleton's hand reaches up and says, gurgle in a gurgly voice, says, "But why my sword? At least leave me that."
Why do you think you need the sword?
Because it's cool.
But you're dead.
What? Oh, I'm dead? Oh, it just falls back apart into its skeletal remains.
In which case, I'm going to keep the sword.
Fair. Make me a con saving throw, please, Brad Jones.
Okay. $17, or should I use inspiration?
No, you're good, but you're you're starting to dissipate. Your physical form is becoming water.
Oh, do I have any clue of how to not
Make me an
be
Arcana
water?
check.
Let's use that inspiration, shall we? That's not really that much better. An 11?
All I needed was a 10. You need to get out of this liquid and make sure you're all together because you're going to recoalesce. And if you don't do that soon, you're just going to stay liquid.
Okay. Well, then I am going to full on whale breach the water.
Polar Knights. That's a that's a frighteningly good point.
Does Eva still have a bowl of him?
Yes. Eva
So
still has a gore to Brad.
I'm just going to breach the water.
So you guys all see this water take form as it's trying to stay in a form, and it kind of looks like a liquid Brad, but it's not really all there.
I draw my great axe.
You're still looking very human.
And I'm going to just head for the gourd.
Make me another con saving throw to get out of the liquid.
Okay. Well, that was a 4.
Does anyone want to give Brad their inspiration?
He can have my Arctic inspiration. Does that help him out? That's just a little addition in it. That's just
that would be like, I think it's a D4.
Never mind. That might not be the.
I haven't used an inspiration, so he can have mine.
Yep, that's awesome. Yeah, you guys can give each other inspiration. I try to give him out for, like I said, I gave you all another one a little bit ago because you guys are all killing it. So
that gets me to a 13.
You're able to get out. You guys see this water kind of flow up. If you've ever seen the Abyss, where you get those weird like water heads, except for it's more of a body, but it's not the full body. Kind of pulls itself out of the water, detaching from the pond itself, and you see about 3/4 of Brad's form made out of liquid, and it's like it's trying to coalesce back, but it's not all there. And
are his hands still on fire?
Yes, his hands and feet are on fire, but he's like missing a huge chunk of its midsection. It's just not there. Like the water is actually dripping into itself. And he's walking right at Eva.
Would it be helpful if I walked towards him to help?
It's up to you. You can make me an insight check.
You have his stomach in your hand.
Yeah, you basically have his midsection in your gourd. A midsection, a gourd full of midsection.
Make a dex save not to trip and spill Brad everywhere.
Yeah.
It was like Kevin.
I rolled a 9. 9 minus 1, so I rolled an 8.
You're not sure what this thing is, and it's coming towards you. And while it kind of feels bratty, you're not sure.
It reminds me of what's his name from RoboCop when he got soaked up in all that acid.
Toxic waste.
Yeah, the toxic waste.
Doesn't get hit by a car, like explodes.
Yep.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Now I want to watch it.
It is my favorite movie of all time. I watch it at least once a year.
It's a solid flick.
It's so good.
Brad,
anyway,
you want to try to communicate?
Yeah.
Why don't you? I'll let you choose a charisma or a wisdom skill to get across that you are need help.
Okay.
You know what? You can use any skill. You just need to tell me how you want to use it. I like that better.
Okay. I'm going to use acrobatics to try to shape my watery form.
Please tell me more about this.
Into Britney Spears.
Into letters that spell out, give me the gourd.
In what language?
Common.
Perfect. All right, make me that check.
I'll be honest with you, man. This seems useful. You should just stay water.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't hate it except for the dissipating into water.
Into a
16.
sentient pool. Did you get 16?
Yeah.
It worked for the Wonder Twins, at least one of them.
Exactly.
Yep.
What's that episode of Harvey Birdman where Wonder Woman's in the bath? Form of water. This water forms in common. I can't remember what you said now, Brad, but it lets you know exactly what it wants, which is the water in the gourd. Do you provide the rest of Brad?
Now that I know that it's Brad, I ask him to play another game of chess with me, and if he wins, he can have the rest of his body back.
Fucking Lord.
Wow. That's
Wow.
some Tybalt level
Wow,
shit right there.
that's boy.
Brad, you have been challenged to a return game.
In which case,
Eva,
I'm gonna-
please make me an Arcana check real quick.
Okay. Anna.
This is the check to make sure you can teach him like ghost style how to actually move these fucking pieces around, man.
I rolled a 17 plus 1, so 18.
You realize throughout this, like, you want your return game real bad, but there may not be a actual physical form of Brad to play against if you don't give him back this other part of himself. And Shaggy, you are right. Eva fits in frighteningly well.
All right. Well, I recognize the folly of my decision, and I
I
decide.
think it's a good decision. It's just you will not get what you want out of this threat.
Well, in order for me to have more people to play games with, I need to give him his body back.
Ah, it's fair. That's fair. It makes
I
complete
can't play a
sense.
game with a puddle of water, especially with his hands are on fire. He's going to burn the chess pieces.
It's fair.
So I give him the gourd.
So the gourd taketh, the gourd giveth. Brad, make me one final con saving throw. Roll better than a 5.
21.
Perfect. So Brad spills out, and then his physical form falls. This water just splashes down to the ground, and slowly but surely, somewhat painfully, Brad, you recoalesce into your actual physical form. You do have the fundamental realization: if you would have stayed as liquid very much longer, you would have just been liquid.
It's fair.
Perfect timing.
It was kind of metal.
It's very metal, except water.
Except for water. So you have additional tracks coming from this clearing further deeper into the wood if you would like to continue your hunt.
Took us 2 hours just to get these guys.
To be fair, 40 minutes of that was deciding whether or not we were going to dump the rest of Brad out. Jesus.
I think it's bullshit we didn't drink him, but whatever. Just grab back.
Brad would have lived on in us for a while.
Yeah, for a while.
At least
Just now
24
when we're
hours.
You rent Brad. You don't buy Brad.
In fairness, I decided very quickly that you should give the gourd back. That 40 minutes wasn't on me.
Lawful chaotic Eva over here.
Do you want to continue your hunt, or you going to say 2 is good? We're done.
No,
Our body count's only 2.
Yeah,
Yep.
Low for us.
let's
These
go.
are very, very difficult to kill.
Come on, man. We can't exactly be murder hobos, but only 2 murders.
That's right.
This is the math does add up.
Should be across a round test to not get in the water.
Brad, are you going to show them the items and the that you found while you were water?
No, I don't see a reason to do that.
Okay.
That doesn't serve really anything.
Perfect.
If he's water, can he hide the items? Wasn't he technically clear coming out?
Brad, make me, you know what? Proactively, Brad, make me a sleight of hand check. That's a good point.
That would be a 4.
So in order to see the items that Brad found, you need to roll better than a 4 on a perception check. I do love the idea of them seeing it and Brad going, I don't know what you're talking about. It must have been part of the water.
Fuck.
So we all need to roll higher than a 4?
Yep, on your perception check.
If
If
we
you
what
care
these
to even
say.
see it.
Oh.
John's like, I don't care.
I can't read. I don't give a shit.
I can't read. The worst part is I never learned how to read.
Never learned to read.
My perception's -1, but I could roll higher than a 4. I rolled a
And this
4.
last
Never
word.
mind.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Eva's like, I don't see anything.
Jesus Christ.
Well, what'd
You
you
can't
get?
read either.
I got an 11.
While you did see that there was a sack, a sword, and what looked like maybe a couple scrolls.
Nobody else is seeing this. This person is clear. They're just hanging in their body. Nobody else.
I couldn't
Oh,
see through the
Good point,
flames.
Shaggy.
Had that before.
I
Just
feel
fell
like-
out of my robes when I turned into water.
Oh my god! All right,
Wild
well,
should only care if the sword is larger than his knife.
It is,
mm,
but there's another dagger on another person in the party.
Hmm.
So if you made someone get rid of that dagger,
Yeah,
who's got the dagger?
I get the dagger.
your best friend.
but I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure that sword is better than that dagger. And
Okay.
I'm not sure if Brad really uses bladed
Yeah.
weapons.
Well,
What do you mean?
I'm going to pretend like I tried in vain to convince these two chowderheads that they see what I'm seeing, and then I'm just going to figure that I'm hallucinating,
Yeah.
and we're just going to let it slide.
John has already started following the tracks well ahead of everyone.
That's fair. Okay. Good.
All right, everyone do the same thing we did last time. Tell me what your skills you'd like to use are, and make your check. Just justify your decision.
A decision to keep going?
No. The same way we did the campfire.
For the hunting.
I'm gonna. Can we? Are we
Looks
still
fascinating.
avoiding ones that we've used before? or does this
Preferably, yes.
Okay, because I was going to go back to the animal handling since it was so useful last time.
Yeah, try to avoid using one you've used before.
Okay, in that case, a
I know that was too
17
loud.
on acrobatics.
How are you using acrobatics?
I'm just going to Tarzan through the trees.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. Excellent. Who wants to go next?
I'm going to use my performance check to sing a song about hunting drakes,
Excellent.
and I
Let's get
rolled a
that-
2
Not as excellent.
plus 3, so I'm making Tybalt look good by default.
He may want to keep you around just for that reason.
Great. Good. Okay. Well, I'm also going to use my performance ability. Shit. I'm going to use my performance ability, and I'm going to actually sing a song about Eva. It's going to go kind of to this tune of America, fuck yeah, but it's just going to be Eva, fuck you, you're a piece of shit, and they never should have built you, right? Like,
Oh no!
just to kind of get us energized. And what's great about it is that with my bonus, that's a total of 25.
Oh,
so even you're fucking dancing along, and this song is just talking shit about you.
I mean, even Kurt Angle liked his song at some point.
I mean, true. I mean,
John Senegar, what are you doing?
Oof.
He's
All right.
dancing to that jam.
I'm gonna- Who rolled very well?
Wild.
That's by playing a song?
Yeah.
Okay, this is fucking stupid. I'm gonna use deception and act like I wrote it.
Perfect.
4.
Oh, I'm so glad you're playing my tune, man.
Yeah.
I'm an ideas man. I'm an ideas man, Michael. Remember Fuck Mountain?
I just whispered to Brad, I wrote that. No, I whispered to Tibble because he would definitely know I didn't.
no, in the liner notes for the album, you get producer credit for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I felt that. Hopefully everybody else did better.
John, roll me a D6, please.
I'm sorry?
Roll me a D6, please.
All right. 1.
You guys move through into the deeper into the wood and you lose the track. But what you do find is a small group of goblins. Make me a perception check.
Nat 20, 24.
Oh,
11.
14 minus 1, 13.
you can put it in chat if you want. Wild, I know you're chomping right now.
Sorry, big 6 over here.
Nice. John, you've done some business with goblins, and you've, by do business, I mean traded with them, but you've also killed a whole hell of a lot of them. These guys look real scrawny. Like they've been not just skipping leg day, but skipping every day.
And I hate that.
Eva, you look at them and you realize they're starving. Like they're a hunting party of 9. But they look like they're real bad at it, because it looks like they haven't caught anything for some time. Their weapons are like their hunting equipment also is real shitty. It's just real shoddy. Like they're not dressed poorly, but their weapons are like sharpened spear sticks with like no spearhead on them at all. These guys look real inept. Brad, as a human, you've dealt with goblins generally in a negative fashion. But strangely enough, these goblins, while their clothes aren't perfect, they seem to be a poor emulation of human clothing, especially the one who seems to be leading them.
Okay.
What would you guys like to do?
He's made of wood and metal, so they can't eat me.
Do we have rations, or is that just not something we really?
I always assume that since most adventures we're doing are no more than 3 days currently, that you've got plenty of food.
Okay.
Do these guys have anything that we want?
Maybe information about where this trail was or where more drakes are.
We're pretty sure you just lost the trail. But
I'm going to swing down and give them a proper hidey ho there.
they kind of all stop and they put their spears up, and then they kind of look at the guy in charge, and he just kind of goes. He walks up to you and in very good common says, "Hello, my name is Kevin."
Kevin, I'm
Yes.
Brad Jones.
Brad
Nice
Jones.
to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet another winky face human. And his tiny hand comes out, and like he's ready to shake hands with you.
Yeah, I'll shake hands.
He gives you the double hand politician shake. And then when he kind of turns away from you, he has one of his underlings walk up, and with a little jar full of a green slime, he wipes his hands so it literally burns your germs off, and he shakes it back into the bottle. He says, "Tell me, Brad Jones, fellow human being, what are you doing lost in these woods?"
Funny you should ask.
Are the rest of you just like standing in the trees just going, what the fuck are these two guys doing?
Yeah. I think I'm seeing just a great human-on-human interaction.
Funny you should ask. As it turns out, we are out here hunting some troublemaking drakes.
Oh! Pshaw! There is nothing else but the troublemaking kind.
Oh my goodness. That has been our experience as well.
Exactly.
I don't suppose you could point us in their direction. Do you happen to know where the drakes might be?
He takes a step back, pulls the like fake nice jerkin one of the other goblins is wearing, and slaps him on the belly, and they all kind of giggle, and he goes, "Brad, if we had found those drakes, do you think my friend Garrick here would be so skinny?"
Does
Brad,
he
let me tell you
eat-
something. And he, like,
Yeah.
most people would put their arm around your shoulder. His arm doesn't reach that high, so he puts it around your waist and like walks you a little bit away from them and says, Brad, I want to tell you something. It's human to human. My adopted parents were human. I'm not. I mean, as you can see, I just represent as human.
I gasp.
We're starving, Brad. My friends and I are extremely hungry. So I hate to look upon the kindness of another fellow human being, but could you spare some food?
Oh, yes. He'll turn over some of his rations to him. And when he does it, he's going to go, also, of note, in the pools back from where we came, there's probably some protein because there were dead bodies under the water. A little diving, you could get some proper bone marrow to go with it.
I don't eat other humans. I'm not a cannibal.
I don't know that it was human.
But you don't know what it was. So I don't want to take the chance because that just seems really gross to me. But hold on one second. He walks back and he shows them the rations. They all start like fighting amongst each other, like you would expect, like stereotypical goblins. And Brad's like, "Hey!" And then they all just like, "Oh shit!" And he slowly tears it up so everybody gets some. Of course, he keeps the biggest part for himself and he walks back.
Sensible.
Drakes. Well, I don't know where there are in this nearby vicinity, but well, you seem like, I mean, I'm shocked you're wandering through the woods by yourself. I mean, you're a human. Bad things happen to humans here. I mean, look at us starving. What, I mean, are you doing some kind of work? Are you doing this for like pay?
Yeah. Yes. Work.
Oh, so
it's work.
You're for
gotta punch that old time clock.
You're for hire, as it were.
Yes.
Maybe we can come to some sort of agreement. You see, I and my friends here have been kind of cast out of our home because of our progressive stance. And we would like to go back and try to think of the best human term for it. Stage a coup.
Oh, stage a coup.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But you see, there's only 10 of us, and the hold it's kind of big. And while I don't think some of my family will actually draw swords against me, I mean, my dad, Clore, he's sort of a traditionalist. But I'm sure if I come in with another human by my side, you know, and with hands and feet on fire, everyone will proverbially shit the bed. And I'm also guessing you have no problem killing someone if need be.
Great. How many of these guys did you say they were?
There's 10 counting Kevin.
Fantastic. Brad Jones, come here for a second.
Oh, you guys gonna step out and be like, Brad?
Yeah, I just need a little sidebar.
Oh, Kevin
little,
steps back and he's like,
little human sidebar.
Wow. Well, can I come? I'm also.
Nope. You stay right there, Kevin.
All right. Fair enough.
Hello, my name is Kevin. I do appreciate the stressors between father-son relationships. That is a difficult.
I know, right?
Right.
He's just my biological father.
Brad Jones.
I walk up to Kevin.
I will
Brad
be right
back.
Nope, Eva, you stay right the fuck here. Brad Jones, you come right the fuck here. Kevin, you stay right the fuck there.
John Cena,
I don't even know where you're at. I can't see you, so you know.
I'll be right back, Kevin. Give me just a moment.
Great. Everybody good? Everybody here? Fantastic. Because you know what else actually helps hunger out a lot? I've learned from being fucking poor. Sleep. And I'm going to cast sleep on all these fucking nerds so we can get on about our goddamn day.
All right, perfect. Cast sleep. On your nerds or those nerds out there?
Those nerds over there.
Okay.
Hold on.
I'm trying to make sure. I want to make sure that I get Kevin especially, so that the rest of these nerds understand that it's fucking nap time. And to
so hold on. Before that happened, as Brad is talking to Tibble, I walk up to Kevin and pull out my deck of cards, and I try to show him a magic trick, but then all of a sudden he just falls asleep.
That's
All right, so you
it's an area of
total of
effect spell.
5d8.
I'm gonna like.
Yeah, it's 5d8 hit points. So roll me 5d8.
Fantastic. All right, let's see here. That is 30.
Oh. Let me see here. That's probably not close enough. I want to look. You get over half of them.
Fantastic.
Roll me percentiles to see if you get Brad. I'll give you 50-50 odds. You can say high or low.
Let's see. We'll go high.
So 50 or better.
Whew. 93.
So Brad, like, you cast sleep and he's looking at the cards and he just goes, oh, just plunked right down. So there's a few that are left. There's there would be 5 left. And they're just kind of looking around like they're not sure what to do. And one of them kind of looks at you and he throws his spear down. And he's like, hey. And then the rest of them do the same. They look really slowly go.
It's cool. It's great. You guys just take a fucking nap. All right, just lay down, go to sleep.
But
You'll feel better when you all wake up. Just take a fucking nap, and we're gonna leave. Okay?
Food coma.
Yep.
oh, just not going to kill us, right?
Nope.
Like
Not killing anybody. Just you're really annoying the shit out of me. Let's go.
Once you say that, they all kind of like make me an intimidation check. We're in +1 because of your mixed biggest knife.
18.
They lay down.
There it
They
is.
go
All
to
right.
bed.
Great. Fantastic.
Do we not want the other job?
Nope.
Okay.
Right.
I understand that we're hunting drakes,
Nope.
but 3 completed jobs, and there's levels to this.
This is fair. But this starving politician of a goblin is not going to have a job that we care about. And right now we've got money sitting in front of us getting these drakes. So I did the nice thing and put them to sleep. I was gonna thunder wave them all into the fucking afterlife. But instead, I showed a little kindness. They'll feel better when they wake up. They'll feel nice and rested. We can carry on about our day.
They also will
Put
be
my
full.
cards back into my pocket and say, was I really that boring?
All right.
Yeah,
Make me
backtrack
another
these
run
tracks.
through your hunting, please.
Sorry, what was that?
Give me another set of skills you want to use for hunting, please.
I just rolled a 16 on insight
Okay.
to
What do you
try intelligently backtrack to pick up the trail we had lost.
Fair. I like that. Solid.
What I got here.
Did you roll that?
He rolled 16 on his.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to a close by tree, and then I'm going to shake their living shit out of it, and produce a squirrel. I'm going to squeeze this squirrel in my hand and stare at this squirrel and use animal handling
Excellent.
to track these drakes. Hopefully, there's an 8.
So you like shake the tree, squirrel falls, you grab him, and you're like, you're going to tell me where the pop. And you just squeeze it, and it just head pops off.
Oh,
And then you're still like, you're going to tell me.
I
No
tell
more
everyone that they
tricks.
didn't know.
You just fucking of mice and men the squirrel to pieces.
I slowly put the squirrel in my pocket so no one sees it.
the squirrel's husband comes out of the tree to witness his wife's murder, and then I use my persuasion to try to convince that squirrel to tell us where to go?
You'd want to use animal handling on this would be your best bet.
Oh, okay.
Unless you have speak with animals as like a spell.
Well, I rolled a 16. My animal handling is +1, so that's 17.
So, in this frightening change of events, you're able to coax the other squirrel down and like pet it very, very softly, hiding its vision of John Senegar, which it possibly couldn't see anyway. You attach a little bit of twine around its waist and set it off to show you where the drakes are. Wild. What are you using on this shit show of a hunt?
Holy shit. I'm just gonna I'm just looking back and forth between like this one up here with the squirrel on a leash and John Senegar covered in the blood of another squirrel that is ostensibly related to this new pet. I'm just, fuck my life. So I'm 2 seconds away from putting my hand up against my head and just thunder waving myself.
Or going and laying down with the goblin.
Right, just a big spoon with Kevin there.
What's your idea? We could have been helping Kevin.
Let's see here. Let's see. I'm going to. We don't have a whole heck of a lot here, do we? I'm gonna try. You got some trees around us, right?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm gonna just go ahead and just scale my way up a tree here and see if I can get like a general idea of like the lay of the land here. So we're not fucking following old speaks with squirrels. That was a 13.
What do you for perception?
I did. It was acrobatics.
Acrobatics to get up there. Okay. You see no drakes in the close vicinity, but you do see a little further off in the wood, in the thicket. You see a set of ruins, and these ruins look like at one point they were some sort of set of cairns, but they look like they're in heavy disrepair. But they actually are like nice enough that there's like a broken down stone fencing around them. So it looks like an old school graveyard.
What do we know in terms of like where drakes tend to like hang out?
So these have been that's a good question. You know what? Make me a nature check.
I think you should look at these scrolls now.
I'm pretty sure they hang out by pools of water.
This seems legit. Yes, that seems valid. Oof. Oh, my nature's not great, but that's another 13.
So normally you would see them in more kind of crags and in more hilly areas, but these have taken up residence more in this wood, and the problems that they've given the locals have been like when they come out hunting as small groups and then hit and leave. So I mean, these drakes have killed some of the locals. It's not just that Citirian wants them, it's also they've just been a menace. Plus, no one knows why they have those weird crystalline pustules.
But, in terms of like, it doesn't seem like it makes a ton of sense for them to be like hanging out in like a faux graveyard, right? Like that doesn't.
You do know that they're like high ground hunters, so they're always going to try to be on the high ground. So you can't smell them coming, and B, they can sprint downhill.
Do we see any mountainous or hillious areas?
So this like cairn area is up on a rise.
All right, well,
let's go to it.
Let's go to the elevated graveyard.
So you make your way up, and most of the closer you get, the more you realize the majority of this wall is actually about 5.5 feet tall, where it's not degraded from what you assume is time and weather. There's a lot of smaller cairns. You guys are, I'm taking you guys aren't just walking in, you're kind of doing a reconnoiter first.
Yeah.
You see that there's 10 very basic looking cairns that have seen better days. But in the center of this area, there's one that doesn't even look so much like a cairn and actually looks like a tomb entrance. Very rough hewn, though. It looks old. It looks like one of the older things any of you have ever seen.
Okay.
John
I'm
Cena
gonna-
guard, you want to throw me over the wall?
I pick him up and place him on top of the wall.
Okay, you place Eva on top of the wall. Eva, make me a perception check.
Perception. 17 minus 1, so 16.
So there's this, like, you get up there and you kind of look, and there's this weird low-hanging fog that almost seems to emanate out of that tomb. And in that kind of fog, you see a form, a hulking form, like super big head and chest, and it just kind of tapers down to smaller lower body, but and where the legs are very small. So it looks very misproportioned. And you see on one of the legs, there's this flaming cuff on a flaming chain that's linked to this tomb, and it's stalking around the tomb, much like you would see a guard dog, patrolling its area.
If only we had somebody made of water to put out these flames.
What would you guys like to do?
I am gonna stealth up to the edge of that door and
To
kind of
the entrance
peek in.
to the little graveyard?
Yeah.
All right.
And I rolled a 20 for a 25 stealth.
Oh shit!
So for a moment, I mistake myself for John Cenagar.
So do I.
You got a 25?
Yep.
Okay. I just missed you on perception.
Ooh. Okay, that's scary. Yeah, I'm gonna stay I'm gonna salamander under the. Yeah, I'm taking Shaggy's advice. I'm just gonna salamander under the fog.
The closer you get, the more you see the form of this thing that's stalking around, and it looks like a massive. Oh, where did I lost my place there. Sorry. It looks like a massive upright mastiff. Just ebony colored fur, eyes just glowing balefully red, and it does indeed have a cuff on one of its feet around its ankle that leads on a flaming length of chain attached to this tomb.
Interesting.
I would like to throw my dagger like Raphael from the hit 1990 movie Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and yell "damn."
Perfect. You want to throw it at the beast?
Oh yes, at the beast, not
Okay.
like a random tree.
Excellent. Okay. What's your range of your throw? Like what's it say for your range of your dagger?
It says melee or ranged weapon attack +4 to hit, reach 5 feet.
So-
if thrown, normal range to 20 feet.
Okay, so you have to go within 20 to throw it. You
Yes.
can make your attack, but make it at disadvantage, please.
Attack is 1d4.
You roll your attack first. So your
Roll your 20 twice.
Yep, and then
Oh, rolls 20 twice, and then
yeah,
look at
and
the
add
lowest.
your ranged attack skill.
Well, my first roll is a natural 20.
Okay. Unfortunately, you're at disadvantage.
Yep. Can you roll it again? Oh,
Yep.
okay. Second roll is a 15.
Oh, wow. Nice. So you're going to hit even on disadvantage. Your dagger comes through, and you, once you got close enough to throw it, you had this weird feeling like you stepped into this area where you felt an odd sense of dread. So you throw your now you can do your damage.
Damage 1d4 piercing damage. So d4. Oh, I rolled a 1.
Okay, so it takes. What was your range attack?
Can I
advantage?
use an inspiration
to reroll your damage? Sure.
Let's try this again. 4 this time.
4. Okay. So this thing just sticks out of this massively muscled shoulder, and you see it put its head up, like it's not even phased by it, and starts sniffing the air. And you hear a voice in very rough common say, "I can smell you. Gears, leather, wood. You were made by hands. You ain't natural." Pulls the dagger out and drops it in front of him. Says, "You want to come get this? You're going to have to get real close."
I'm not sure, but I think you just fucking pissed off fantasy Stan Hansen.
Not enough chewing tobacco or spit.
Now that I don't have my dagger on me, is the next smallest his sword?
Shit, yeah. There is no dagger left in the party now. So whatever the next lowest damage is on a bladed weapon, that's what Mick's biggest knife becomes.
Okay.
Man. Next time we play, I gotta equip like a great sword.
Everyone, throw your swords away.
Yeah. What if it's the only sword?
It would then be it would be the next biggest sword. So, Brad, what are you doing now? You get a good look at this thing, and its eyes are just glowing like coals, like white, like red hot coals against its black form, which is almost so black it is like it becomes like an absence of light.
Since it seems fixated on Eva,
To your knowledge,
to my knowledge,
unless you want to make an insight check.
I mean, it didn't call me out.
No, but it did make the comment, "I smell all of you."
Does Brad feel the dread too since he's close?
How close are you, Brad? Are you within 30 feet?
He's in the tomb entrance.
Oh, did you make it all? You tried to make it all the way to the tomb entrance?
I thought I'm sorry.
I thought you were coming in.
That was initially where I was going, but you said into the graveyard entrance, and I was okay with that.
Perfect. Are you within 30 feet of this thing?
How far is it from the graveyard entrance up to where it's at?
We'll call it 30. It's this thing's not. This area is not big. It's probably maybe 40 feet, maybe.
Then yeah, I'm probably within 30.
Okay. You have an overwhelming sense of discomfort and uncertainty.
Okay.
You can make me an Arcana check if you'd like.
No, that's not really my forte.
Perfect.
I am, however, going to look for whatever the nearest cover is.
You can easily hide behind one of these cairns.
And I am going to stealth my way behind the cairn.
Make me a stealth check, please.
That one is not as good as
Is it better than a 22?
It is not.
Okay. Wild John, what are you doing?
So
besides Picarding so hard.
Is there can we from where we are, can I get an idea of how long the chain is?
No, it's really weird because it's obviously magical. So you're not exactly sure. And it's not what you get a good look at it, you realize is it's not even fully linked together.
Okay. Guys, we're going to fight this fucking dog.
Um.
I mean, 2 of them already in there.
All right. Hey, hang on. Time out.
You're trying to put
Everybody,
him to sleep again.
hold everything.
Or as my dad would say, timeout or
Right.
just a fucking minute.
We're
Just
just
a
gonna,
minute.
well, like the old Dick Tracy, man. We're just gonna hold everything. Listen, hey, fire-eyed dog, are you cool?
I
like-
try to be. I mean, I'm stuck.
I
here.
mean, I know we all try to be. We're all doing our best here, but like, are we
I mean, your
Are
bite.
we gonna have a problem? Yeah, well, to be fair, that little clockwork idiot is like a teeny baby child. Probably got scared in this first reaction. I apologize for that. What's the situation here? What's going on?
Well, are you trying to get into the tomb?
Nope. No idea what's it. No.
Have a problem with you at all.
Okay,
Oh,
cool. No
unless-
idea. No idea what's.
Unless, could you send me back?
Send you back where?
Yeah, back to the 9 hells. I really don't want to be here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
I've been stuck here for like 250 years your time.
Jesus Christ, that's forever. All right.
It's been a long time.
Okay.
I'm really unhappy with it.
So how do we send you back? Do I gotta kill the little clockwork gnome or whatever the fuck? Like, do I gotta sacrifice that one?
If I told you no, it doesn't sound like you'd have a problem with it.
I mean, I'll throw that one as a bonus, frankly. Like,
I like you. I like you. We got room for you downstairs.
yeah, I'm going. I'll be there eventually.
Perfect. Maybe then you can do a little networking right now and help a buddy out.
So all right, sorry. So what's the situation here? You're what? You're guarding this tomb,
Not by choice.
and we don't have to fight if we're not going. If we're not going to the tomb, right?
No.
Okay, great.
Hell, you guys don't even look like you know what this tomb is. So
Cool.
I don't
What
care.
is it?
John's like, I want to know what this is. Do you want to ask him?
Yeah, what's in the tomb?
There's
What's in the box? What's in the box?
There's this great treasure of the hobgoblins hidden in there.
Okay, well,
An undying princess. If you're to take her hand, then it prophesizes some sort of re-rise of their old kingdoms, along with quite a large dowry buried inside with her.
How do we send you back?
Oh, great question. I like this guy too.
yeah, what he said.
There is a line of runes buried around this stupid graveyard that are holding me here. I need you to break them. I have a question for you. If you're not here for this, and he kind of points around and you see the mist like dissipate and you just see bodies of like, looks like other adventurers, especially hobgoblins that are in various states of decay that have come here to do this. And he's just been like, nope. Then what are you doing out here? This is like Nowheresville.
Well, we're not lost, that's for sure.
Absolutely.
Did not get lost.
100% know where we're going. This was fully intentional. First of all, impressive work. You looks like you beat the shit out of a lot of people here. So I'm doubling down on the hey, I don't really want to fight.
I really don't want to either. I want to go back. I have business back in the 9 hells, and the guy who stuck me here, he's long dead. So I definitely want to get back to see him.
Fantastic. Copacetic. We're gonna get those runes out of the way. We're here because we're hunting drakes. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen any. If you've seen any around.
Oh yeah, they come here all the time.
Oh, sick. Okay, perfect. Well, yeah. Let's. Why don't you find your runes?
Feed off the remains.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so maybe we do need to kill the little gnome, little clockwork guy, and that'll draw him out here.
He reaches down and he takes your dagger and he looks at you, Eva, and he says, Neb Shapiro, thank you. This is yours. This is like special to you.
Nope, it's just something I found. It's not special at all. You can have it.
He swallows it. Even if it wasn't, you're not getting it back, you piece of shit.
Well, this guy and Wild are best friends now.
I love that. I love this dude. I love. Or do you want like? Do you sure you don't want to just hang out and like come around with us? Like we could just like party and like just I don't know, fucking murder
Yeah,
things. Like
if we free you, will you help us with these
I'm
drinks?
not helping you. You fucking stabbed me for no reason.
You believe this fucking guy? This is
Yeah.
what I've been dealing with all day. All day I've had this.
Now listen, I just want to be discorporated and go back to the 9 hells. Like I said, guy who stuck me here, he's there now. And I have some serious payback.
Let's get you going, buddy.
Hell yeah, let's
So what I
get you-
can do is I can definitely make this a more appeasing place for them to come feed. I'll throw a little carrion here, a little carrion there, make a big ruckus. Make it easy on you boys.
I love
You
it.
do that, we'll get to breaking runes.
Sounds like we got us a deal. Let's go find.
You're gonna break those runes first, big guy, aren't you? That's the deal.
Fair.
All right, make me an Arcana check.
Oh, well, I'm out.
Go. Arcana ahoy.
13 is what I got.
Dirty 20.
Yeah.
What do you got stuff to add to that?
3.
3. Here's what our
I
boy
got a
looks like.
7.
In case you're wondering, here's what our boy looks like.
Aw.
He's a
Oh,
good
he's-
boy.
Oh, the black one in the middle.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa, there's an issue that it's black? It's fucked up.
Well, there I had gotten this book of Latin American inspired mythological monsters, and it is Cadejos, and apparently the black one is fiendish and the white one is celestial. So I was just like, holy shit, like mastiffs, that's my favorite dog.
Yeah.
Written by a white man.
Nice. When he mentioned that they come by to feed off the remains,
Mhm.
Brad slides his human mask up and kind of grabs a little something for a snack.
I forgot Brad likes to eat people.
I mean, he's just not wasteful.
Okay, yeah, well, that's fair. You find some fresher hobgoblin. It's a little chewy because you just eat it raw, right?
Yeah,
Ooh, baby
why would I
likes
cook it?
raw.
Yeah, why would?
Yeah,
why would
it's
you cook it?
it's a little stringy, it's a little muscly.
Perfect.
Tybalt, with some assistance, you're able to find one of the runes. John and Eva, you want to dig it out?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have any equipment to do that, or are you going to do it by hand?
I have. Let's see.
I would have whatever is assumed in a traveler's pack.
I think there might be like a small pick in a traveler. Well, let's just say you have one of those tiny little pick shovels.
I have
you know-
Smith's tools
you know-
and Tinker's tools.
You know what you can do, old Johnny boy. You can put your army of teeth monsters.
Dan, you're
to
right.
use if
You
want.
could. Dude,
Smart.
you wouldn't be able. You'd have to
And I
get
have
more
extra
teeth.
teeth, so.
Yeah,
We-
you do
we
have
are-
extra teeth.
We are in a
Yeah.
pile of bodies.
Oh,
right
shit,
now.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
are
you can
I
teeth
just
you can
did
literally
all the
you can
teeth
literally spawn monsters as
Yeah.
quickly as you can rip teeth out of these bodies
Well,
right now.
He's got to
gotta
get a
tune,
ritual
but-
to put the teeth
Oh.
on the necklace.
They're not really. I don't think they're going to help in battle as much as it would that I would do on my own. So I'll just take. How many teeth do we say are on it initially?
3.
3. I'll take
I
2.
believe there was 3. Let me check to make sure.
I believe 3 was the number as well.
And then you added 18 off of these.
Well, I
hasn't
gotta,
hasn't added those yet.
I have to
Oh,
get
right, you
those
gotta do the
added to
ritual,
it.
Right.
Yep, 3.
Okay, so I'll take 2, drop 2, so now I have 4 guys.
So while they're working, the Cadejo just starts taking parts of these leftover bodies and just tearing them more into pieces, and especially the fresh ones, and just starts smearing them on the carns. This is, I'd say, 20, 30 minutes. That's basically the dinner bell.
Cool.
Oh,
All right.
any of you good at screaming?
Probably the metalhead. Or I meant Wild since he was the. the musicians. But yeah, also the metalhead is also a bard. Eva is also.
Yep.
Why
My
don't you
head's
make me
probably
perform a
literally
chant?
Maybe
metal.
it's time for a sweet ass duet.
Yeah,
Fuck yeah.
some
Maybe
Ozzy
it's
and
time
Lita
for that
Ford.
moment in Crossroads where the Karate Kid and Steve Vai cut heads for 6 minutes, but it's you two just sit freestyling it, singing it together.
So about that,
Oh,
I rolled a
God.
1.
Oh God,
Fuck.
it's way more melodious than you wanted it to be. They kind of looks at
So
you
my
like
performance
Jesus.
is +3, so that puts me at a 4.
Wild.
Does my charisma not matter at all?
It does. That's your modifier there.
Yeah.
But I don't use all 17. I just use the +3.
Yep.
Yes.
Your score is the 17. Your modifier is the +3.
The
Gotcha,
17
okay.
is what begets you the 3.
Well, it's not doing me much.
Wild. What'd you get on yours?
Well, my total was a 22.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
The screaming is righteous.
yeah, it's
The Kadeho looks at you, Eva, and says, "I thought about killing you, but leaving you alive is so much more painful."
fucking high five, demon bro. Like hell yeah, that's
He gives you a high hoof as he's
There
got
it is.
hooves instead of hands.
there it is.
So your dentaloids or whatever they're called, your we'll just say they're skeletons made of teeth.
My little Danhausens.
Your old Danhausens, your Hausens are able to dig out the this spot on the runes.
Okay.
And he kind of looks, he goes, "All you got to do is break it."
This feels weird. So I'm still going to pull out my great axe and just come down on it.
Okay, make me a attack with advantage.
Okay. Fucking up my dice. 2 20s. Roll. I got 2 natural 20s.
Oh
Fuck
shit!
you.
Son of a bitch.
That is wild. That's amazing. You break. You literally. You hit it, and it feels like there's this magical field. One thing you do notice as well is the Kadeho gets as far away from you as it can
Of course he does.
That's
when
brilliant.
that happens. And it once he leaves your area, that kind of lethargy and kind of odd feeling goes away. So you do spit on the hands, wind up, and you hit it. And when you hit this thing, there's this shimmering of binding magical energy. So when you actually break the stone, you don't so much break it, your axe just almost slices through it like cheesecake, and it just breaks perfectly even. And you look back and you see the chain pull, the broken piece of it pull together, and he starts wrapping it around his shoulder. It's one long flaming chain. He kind of rolls his neck, howls really loudly, and just this massive toothy grin on his face. Just as 2 rage drakes come leaping in to attack him.
Attack him?
Yep.
Attack him? Not my boy.
Now we got to run after him. We got to go defend him.
Fucking get,
What are you gonna do?
But when we get close to him, we're going to get sad again.
I mean, that's fine. I'm sad all the time, so
Right? Let's go.
I'm already dead inside. This can't make it any worse. Let's fucking go.
So since they're after him and I'm at a distance, I'll throw a javelin to get this party
Okay.
started.
Everyone, make me you all get a free attack.
Okay.
Ooh, sweet. Hell yeah.
I got a 19
Excellent.
I rolled a 4.
for my javelin throw, and I
Eva,
got
have you used your inspiration? Your newest inspiration yet?
I used 1,
Okay.
but I have on my player sheet it says I get 3. Bardic inspiration, 3 uses
That's
per
bardic
day.
inspiration. This is
Yeah,
actually just a reroll.
Oh,
I give
okay.
them out whenever. You can only have 1 at a time, so you make sure you want to use them as often, because I give them out pretty liberally.
I used 1 when I threw that stupid dagger.
Oh yeah, you don't have 1 then right now. Okay.
I'm fucked.
I hit for 7 on that one.
Okay. Wild, Brad.
Does it have to be a physical attack, or can I use a spell?
You use a spell.
Sweet.
What you all know is the further away you are, the better chance you're going to have.
Because we're sad when we're near him, so assumedly some sort
So
of
you kind of figured out what happens is he has an aura that causes everything to be a disadvantage.
Okay.
He has like a bad luck aura.
How far
So
away
since
is? How far
30
away
feet.
is he's 30 feet from us now?
Yeah. So his aura is 30 feet.
Okay, great.
Since I rolled so low anyway, and I know this is gonna fail, since I don't have a dagger, I run up to the Drake, I spit on my thumb, and I shove my thumb in his ass.
God damn you. I'm taking my moves now.
So you fail.
I just want to figure this fucking Drake.
Did you fail?
You failed, and then you went straight for sexual assault.
Yeah.
Hey, it's a different time.
The old oil check. Brad, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna try to hit one with my monk spade as it goes by.
Okay, yeah, I'll let that go on. So you're not in the bad luck aura. Wild, what are you doing?
Everything is at. You said everything near him is at disadvantage.
Yep.
Yep.
Everything
Okay.
within 30 feet.
And that includes the drakes.
Yep.
Okay, great. I'm going to stay outside of the let's stay outside of the sadness aura, and I'm going to cast hideous laughter.
Oh, dang, nice.
On one of the
That's
drakes.
wisdom saving throw. Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. 14.
Yeah, I failed poorly.
Fantastic. So normally this takes the form of them giving me an uncontrollable standing ovation. This time it's going to take the form of them actually laughing, but directed at and pointing at Eva. Completely. They're just.
And it only affects one at a time. Though. It's only.
Yeah, it's only one. So like
that one is fucking giving Eva the business.
Yeah, basically, it's. I think it's the one that Eva missed and then tried to thumb up the ass. It's just absolute brutal. I mean, they're just falling over laughing.
So
Like
this Drake falls
really like
off
this
of
thunder
the
ass.
Cadejo and starts hacking at Eva in what is the Drake equivalent of a mocking laugh. What'd you roll on your check, Brad?
17 to hit
That would hit.
for 6 points of damage.
All right, perfect.
Now we're in initiative.
You know what? We're going to freestyle this one because the Black Cadejo is just curb stopping these things. You've got one prone on the
Okay.
ground laughing. I want you guys to tell me how this fight plays out. No rolls, just tell me how it plays out. I mean, you know you're going to win it. How does it play out?
Lacking distance weapons, Brad is just going to start snatching up random body part, bone,
Rolling things.
and just like whirling them like throwing stars.
I love it. Just pelting these things with just random objects. Eva, what are you going to do now that you failed to sexually assault the first one? Now it's giggling at you. What do you want to do? But it's also prone.
Their skin is made of those pustules you said, so like it's just popping a whole bunch of gross stuff.
So they're like pustules in the fact that they pop, but they're in the form of like crystals, of those green crystals.
Okay. I am going to. I mean, I've got really strong like pushing and pulling strength. I'm gonna like try to climb on top of the Drake and like pull the pustules off.
Oh God. Okay, yeah, that's awesome. Let's give me a strength check. It's prone, so I'll let you kind of grapple. On...
Strength is +0. Do I have anything? Athletics is 0. All right, so no modifiers. I rolled a 3. Fuck these dice.
You climb on and you're like, it's just continuing to cackle. This is some Nate level rolling you got going on.
What? This is actually side like meta talk here. Real like, what are you using to roll dice?
dnddiceroller.com.
Okay, and
Good.
this is a super dumb question, but your rolls have been like insanely low. Like you are using the D20 for, and not like the not like the D12. I'm not
Oh, you know what?
not in
No,
a joking way. Not in a joking way.
No,
I just want,
you're correct. I didn't put it back to D20. I changed it to D4
Reroll.
for
Yeah,
some roll
reroll.
earlier. So let me put it back on D20.
People do that with dice in their hands, so don't feel bad.
yeah.
I did that a few weeks ago while we were playing. I was rolling
All
a
right.
tactical D12.
I'll tell
I
you
got
about
a
this D&D
13.
Beyond app here in a little bit.
I've got the old D&D Beyond website pulled up.
What'd you get on your reroll, Eva?
13.
13. You reach down and you actually slide your hand inside, like where the skin in this crystalline pustule is, and you just start yanking. And this thing stops laughing because you're literally ripping it apart. You can see as you pull, this crystalline goes down almost like a spire into the organics, and you're pulling it apart. I want you to roll me percentile dice, please.
So that's a D100.
Yep.
75.
You pull a quarter of this thing out, and it just dies.
Oh,
You've got
wow.
a piece of crystal that is literally a quarter of this thing's body that's crystallized from the inside, and you can see it just stop functioning. And now you're holding a crystal that's roughly your size in in a weird shape, and you're just, and like the Kadeho just kind of looks down at you like, all right, let's.
Yep.
I look over at Tybalt searching for approval. I hold this thing up and I'm like,
John Senegar, what are you doing?
So you already established that really everything we do is.
I need real quick. I need before anybody does anything, I need to grab Senegar and Brad Jones real quick for a huddle. Okay, because I gotta wait to end this fight real quick. I'm gonna hand the portable hole to Mr. Brad Jones and just be like, hey, just hold this open real quick, okay? Senegar, here's what I need you to do. Go grab that other Drake and give him a big, give him a big beal my direction, okay? And
we're gonna be at disadvantage though because we're gonna be near the thing.
You've got my bardic inspiration, so don't fuck it up.
Okay.
Can you give yourself bardic inspiration too, John?
You gave it to me earlier, and I haven't used it yet because it never really needed it. Okay, yeah. I've still got the first one.
All right.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool.
Okay, so
give me those sweet rolls.
I'm gonna give these guys back alive just as well as dead.
But we're gonna find out. I'm gonna Brad.
One's dead already.
Brad, I'm gonna get you to kind of stand. I don't know. Let's say maybe like 10,
giving him
10,
the Kevin
10
free
let's
elbow
say,
in the corner. Kevin,
yeah, maybe get you like 10 feet just straight that direction away from me, if you could, please, sir. All right, ready?
Ready.
Let's do this shit.
All right, John. I want you to make me a grapple check. I'll let you do it evenly. So I'll give you advantage normally because you're behind it. So it's just a straight up roll.
And just a 20?
Plus your strength modifier.
Okay. Keep hitting back. 22.
So this thing, like once you sort of get in the spot to do like the Tower of Doom powerbomb spot, it like realizes like, oh no, and it just starts clawing in the Kadeo to try to hold on as like you grab it and just chuck it.
Sweet. So as it comes flying my way, I'm gonna go ahead and thunder wave in midair, shooting it 10 feet towards Mr. Brad Jones, who's holding the portable hole open, and we just bing shoot this motherfucker into a whole other dimension.
I'll roll
like
my
finger
saving throw at disadvantage because I'm airborne. Yeah, I mean, just devastating it in the air. I want you all to roll me percentiles. Tell me what you get one at a time.
91.
So when this thing gets hit by the thunder wave, Eva, you get splashed with this arcane energy. and you look down, and your hands and feet no longer look like they normally do. They look like webbed, like frog hands and feet in metal form, but you've got like frog hands and feet.
Brad's
Cool,
going
I
to give
can
him a thumbs up.
Cool hand crew over here.
Brad Jones, what'd you get?
74.
You turned
Brad-
to body water again.
John Senegar's gonna be so damn jealous.
Fuck.
Brad Jones disappears.
Yeah, he does.
Whoa.
Bet you wish you were water now.
Brad Jones, you realize you're invisible. You don't know for how long, but you are invisible.
How does he
John
do it?
Wild, who wants to go next?
I got a 9.
9?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh, oh no. Oh no.
This one doesn't even apply to you.
ah,
It
good.
literally is you forget how to read for 1d4 days. You don't know how to read now.
So I know how to read now.
Yeah. Joke's on you, Magic Aura. I don't know how to read.
Probably just stupid.
Shit. I got 79.
Oh shit. Roll me a d4.
You become a Drake.
Yeah.
I switched places with the Drake. Now I'm in the portable hole.
Yeah.
2.
2 months. You have an additional cantrip you can cast. It's random.
Oh, ooh, random? Hell yeah. Do I okay. So all right, hell yeah. Like it's random every time?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. Oh, I'm going to abuse
You never know
this.
what you're gonna
Oh,
get.
I'm going to abuse the shit out of this. Let me discover that. Let me discover that once.
So that's everybody.
Yeah.
The Kadeho kind of looks around, he kind of stretches. You can see where he got bit and clawed, knitting itself back together. And he kind of looks around. He says, "Well, boys, I got business to take care of."
Hey, before you go, you got like a business card or something? Can we keep in touch? You know, it's like a
He
little.
reaches down into a pile of viscera, not Midian, but viscera, and pulls out a femur bone, and then takes his claw that just starts burning bright and carves an incantation into it. And he drops it into your hands and says, "Don't abuse it.
Oh shit.
Also, don't tell anybody."
Nope. Not saying a
My
fucking word.
guess is you boys aren't running around doing this kind of work on the up and up. So
I mean, you had us clocked from the start, so you know.
pats his nose with his hoof and says, "No, I may lie, but the nose never does." And then he pukes out this gout of flame and steps through it, and in a puff of brimstone is gone.
I scream out, "What about my dagger?"
It's gone. You're able to get the other body in. There's really no issues getting back. You arrive back. Yes.
There is now an unguarded tomb that we were told has a treasure, and Brad Jones is invisible. And he's definitely.
Does Brad Jones want to go into the tomb?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, Brad Jones.
Rob,
All right.
Rob,
So here's what I'll say. I'll give you.
This is
I'll
going
give
to
you
be
this
a
option.
continued.
You guys want to come back next month in January and enter the tomb and then enter the tomb.
absolutely,
Fuck yeah.
absolutely.
All right, then we've got our party and we'll get a +1. But yeah, you can make your way into the tomb of Bahart next session.
Okay. Hell yeah.
That's it. That's our game for tonight. Usually we go back to town, but in this particular case, we're going to start next time at the opening of the tomb of Bahart. Everybody go around the table, tell folks who you are, where you are, who you be with, what you got going on.
Start with somebody else this time, not me.
You're like, I'm the goddamn new guy. Stop doing this to me.
Yeah.
The best
Here,
one.
I'll make it easier on you.
There we go.
Oh shit!
Hi, I'm Nate, your D&D ringer.
Yeah. In the Nate spot.
My name is Joel. You can find me online at Finger Twitchings on Instagram and Twitter and TikTok. I draw and I paint things, and I try to raise money for Extra Life. And on that last bit, and I say this not just for John Senegar, but kind of specifically for John Senegar. Part of my fundraising efforts right now, because we can still hit goals up until the end of December, I am doing RPG character drawings, full color, kick-ass stuff. You can tell me all about your character, favorite colors, whatever you think you would want to see that character be.
Okay.
And for a donation of $50 or more, I will draw that shiz. I've been spending 15 or more hours. So if you look at it as like hiring an illustrator, that's cheap. You are paying for about an hour of work at $50. And you will get a 15-hour thing. If you want to know what that looks like, go to my Instagram, go to my Twitter. You can see all sorts of samples. I'm not saying I want to draw John Senegar, but I kind of really want to draw John Senegar.
I put the Brad Jones link in the general chat, but for you guys, it's still in the private chat as well. And I would be remiss if I didn't say Joel has drawn the lineup for a couple different games I've been in, but most recently he did it for Down Outlands a while back as well, and it's absolutely awesome.
So take me up on that. I am about $300 shy of my $2022 goal for the year. So I'm very, very close. I've got a couple drawings still to finish up, but I figure I've got about 3 slots I can have open right now and reasonably get those done. So if you're watching, feel free, please take me up on this.
Most superb.
I am Zane Riley. It says so right there. You can find me on the social medias. Zane Riley on Facebook. Zane Riley, IAW Zane Riley on Instagram. Twitter is ZaneXCore. But yeah, you can find me sitting on my couch right now binging Mr. Robot. So that's cool. And you can catch me at the Galaxy Cons coming up in Richmond and Raleigh next year, and just kind of wherever. I'm going to start selling used underwear soon, so keep a lookout for that. OnlyFans. Nice. So
nice. Keeps as Super Spike points out, keep streaming heels.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Stream the first season. The second season's a coming. There's like 3 episodes of wrestling in the second season of Righteous Gemstones. Watch only those. There's a show coming out called Will Tenet. Watch 1 episode where there's a oddly placed mafia guy in a nice apartment. Watch that. Actually, we're going to cut that one out. Don't talk about that one. I think that's on an NDA.
You need to every time send me a list of things that people should watch. My residuals.
It's places I get paid.
If you have a T-shirt, I can't remember.
You can go to Pro Wrestling Tees and search for Caleb Conley. He has all of our Revolt T-shirts there. And I guess you can do whatever with him too. You can follow him or whatever. He's a bitch.
Fuck you, Caleb.
Fuck Caleb.
Oh goddamn!
He got stabbed in the face with a fork the other night. It was amazing.
God, Jesus, that little girl is so full of rage.
Yeah, man, she's so angry. Go ahead, Chris.
Yeah, I'm Chris Horrorshow, formerly known as Lucas Calhoun. I guess I still am kind of sometimes, but this is getting fewer and further between. You can catch me on the social media.
Whoa! You don't get to gloss over that majestic mustache I saw.
I mean,
what's going on, you man?
That was I did not expect that. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah. Number one, let me tell you how this went. So I I get in on Friday, and I'm rooming with spoiler Eric Cannon and Darin Corbin. And I've
Oh, those assholes.
yeah, those sons of bitches. I traveled with the full beard that I'd been growing out for a couple months for this particular weekend, and I go to like get it all trimmed up to where it needs to be, and I'm telling Cannon, I'm like, listen, man, not to shock you too much, when I come out of this bathroom after like shaving and showering, I'm gonna look like a fucking cop.
You did look like a cop.
And sure as shit, like Cannon's he comes in, he's like, yeah, all right, I'm tired, I'm gonna take a nap. So I do, trim my facial hair down, take a shower, whatever. Literally the second I step out of the bathroom and like around the corner to visible, Cannon, eyes closed, phone on his chest, just like taps his phone, and it's just like police car siren going off. He queued up an hour-long cop car siren, just waiting for me to get out of the bathroom. That son of a bitch. And
Corbin probably had a flashback to think you were going to even body cavity search for those brass knuckles he left on in his bag.
But I really was like, you know what? Like, it's fine if the white dudes on this trip make fun of me for looking like a cop. That's fine, whatever. I'm really concerned about initially one person I'm using as a barometer, and sure as shit, we go to where the food is backstage, and Diamante is sitting there, and she looks at me and she goes, "Man, you are making me hella nervous right now."
We play a game at all the cons called Mafia. Do you kind of know what that game is?
Like, yeah,
it's like Werewolf.
Werewolf version of Werewolf is another name for it. And we have a group chat now, and like it's like every day his name changes to Officer something.
It's pretty good. So pretty much, I held on to the mustache for like 2 days after getting back here, just so that the person that I'm seeing could see me with it. And that immediate determination was,
well, it was a mighty street sweeper, I will say that.
It's alarming how much like the character I actually looked.
You did look frightening. I was like, God damn.
All Calhouns are bitches.
Oh. It's hurtful. Just hurtful.
And then I will also be on a stream with Chris tomorrow night.
It's true. We're going to painting some stuff. I have
8 o'clock on the Heel Turn and Dave Wonder channels.
So let's see, where was I? Right. Find me on social medias, Chris_Horrorshow on Instagram. That old juke joint on Twitter for however long Twitter lasts before the far right dickheads just go ahead and take it all over. My Facebook is, I don't know, private, so don't find me, you weirdos. And yeah, see me at all the Galaxy Cons coming up, where I'm not sure if I'm going to be Wreck-It Ralph or I'm going to be Omni-Man anymore. I'm gonna have to gain
some weight.
I'm gonna have to bother like Office Zane Riley over here to like give me
the pencil.
And theoretically see me maybe some at First Wrestling in 2023. We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
All right, Ian, we lubed it up real good for you, buddy.
Yeah. don't fuck it up.
I can be found. I'm Wrestle Ranger on Facebook. I don't use the Twitters. On Instagram, I am More Phenomenal One. I mostly just post pictures of shrimp and grits. I do have some merch for sale. All my merch proceeds now are going to the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention and the JED Foundation, which is another suicide prevention charity. You may see me back in the ring in 2023. Unsure as of yet, but yeah, that's all.
Nice.
Oh, you can also find some. I'm in some $5 wrestling shows on highspotsnetwork.com if you want to watch some of my matches on $5 wrestling.
Like I said, I have a robust collection of $5 wrestling, and I have seen you wrestle. I love Zane's like, ew.
Be careful. Some of those guys are in jail right now.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I was debating on whether or not to do this stream with my mask on. That would have been cool.
Hold on. Time out. Let's not bury the lead on this one. Who's in jail now?
We'll talk about it off. Off
Yeah.
straight.
That might be that might be in the private chat. I'm your
It
King
might be
Ginger.
somebody with a big lump on his neck.
Oh
I didn't
no.
say it.
Oh God, I think I know who that is. I'm King Ginger. I will be on Tiny Ming tomorrow night doing Tiny Ming stuff. I don't know what I'm painting or I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure something out. And then this coming Friday, Bad at Games. I have no idea what I'm playing. Whatever it is, I'll probably suck ass at it. Then this Sunday is prep school. I don't know what we're doing because we were supposed to do G.I. Joe last week and Matt was not prepared. So we prepped for this. So I'm going to try to guilt Matt into prepping for his goddamn upcoming G.I. Joe game. And then the next Monday, Down Outlands. So come watch the shitty little kids deal with the fact that they're on Mount Olympus and they're getting ready to go into the depths of Hades to get their friend back. So thank you all who jumped in and watched and who commented and who will watch in the future, but especially thanks to you four. As always, it was a blast. Thank you for letting me run for you. And for the rest of everybody else, we will see you next month. I guess we're going to pick this madness up. So steel thyself. Bye.